Orlando, Tampa, or the surrounding area, you'll want to call us, Repipe Specialists, at 844-REPIPE-5, or go to repipe.com now.
The Pepperoni Pizza Meatball Sub from Firehouse Subs is back. With Italian meatballs, extra provolone, and crispy pepperoni on a garlic bread roll. To top it off, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. The Pepperoni Pizza Meatball Sub, for a limited time at Firehouse Subs. At participating locations, Firehouse of America, LLC, and Firehouse Subs suppliers will together donate 0.09% of purchases in 2023 at Firehouse Subs locations with a minimum donation of $1 million.
Hey, Central Florida, it's time to up your standard of driving. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Are you sick of driving a car you hate? Raise the bar in a nice new car and lower your monthly payment at the same time. Used cars from just $69 per month. New cars from just $129 per month. Raise the bar and I'll get more for your old car. We'll pay up to $5,000 over appraised value for your clunker. Is your credit score lower than you like? We will help you get approved. That's what makes us your car dealer next door. Give it a try. I'm raising the bar and making my best offer ever. Like brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2024 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. Plus, check out our certified used cars. Monthly payments from just $69 per month. Trade-ins will pay over appraised value. So get here quick. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Mirage 9900 72 months. 2.9 APR. $9 down. $249 payment plus tax tag fees. Max trade incentive based on purchase.
Here's how to avoid a top mistake in divorce. Text messages and social media posts can wind up in front of a judge. Act accordingly. Don't post like a fool. Divorce? Trenley Kramer Law. TK Law. OneFirmForLife.com.
Need to chill? You will instantly feel like you're on vacation when you step into Hurricane Grill and Wings in Apopka. With island decor, live entertainment daily, handcrafted cocktails, and chill vibes, you can relax. Hurricane's Apopka has you covered for food, fun, and family. Dine in, take out, or delivery. Enjoy wing specials on Monday, wine and whiskey on Wednesday. Sundays, it's bottomless mimosas plus kids eat free at Hurricane's Apopka. Offering daily specials and happy hour Monday through Friday. Escape the storm of everyday life at Hurricane's Apopka.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, September 21st, 2023. Lots to get to today, from This Is Just Wrong to the insane reason the F-35 jet pilot ejected, and everybody is falling in love with a new chatbot. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Yo, yo.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. Send us a dispatch. Just go over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Awesome.
You know, I mean, there's no reason not to be good. Everything seems fine, right?
We're
I mean,
getting it done.
I'm kind of getting worried, honestly. If I'm honest with the both of you, I'm getting a little bit worried because my luck is turning around a little bit, and
well,
I don't
jinx
quite.
it, man.
Yeah, I don't know how to handle it yet. You know, I told you I was on the streak of the worst luck I've ever been on in my life. It was going on like a year, and then all of a sudden there was some stuff like my homeowner's insurance quote came in, and it was almost $4,000 a year. And I said, what the hell's going on here? And I said, well, you know, in this state, it's real tough with homeowners insurance. And I said, can you guys make this lower? And they go, yeah, we'll make it better and we'll cut it in half. And I go, what? Okay, I'll take it. Fine.
I think one of the things that people don't talk about with insurance very often is when they raise your rates, you can go shopping. And with homeowners, it's been hard because all the companies are going bye-bye. They're leaving the state. But like even car insurance, your rates go up, you can go, all right, piss off. I'm going to go see what these guys have to offer.
I just worry that I've changed my bad luck over to your bad luck, C-Lane, and that's not
I'm very worried about that.
Your laptop is toast right now. The laptop people, he went to the store to get it fixed, and they just took it, and they didn't even call him back.
I went to the same store, I went to the same store Sean went to when his crapped out mid-show, and we had to stop the show and to stop everything for Sean's laptop. And he went to a place.
He's not mad. Tell me how you really feel, man.
He went to a place and he said, I waited like 30 minutes and they swapped my hard drive into a different used laptop and I was good to go. And I went, sweet, I'm going to go to this place. And I handed it over. He hit some buttons, saw what was going on, and he had me fill out some paperwork and said, we'll text you tonight or tomorrow.
No text so far.
So what happened to your website says you could diagnose while I wait. And starting to make me feel like sometimes I go to like the pet store that has to get Lexi's nails cut, and they're like, the groomer's not here today. And I'm like, every time I call, the groomer's not here. They're like, we haven't had a groomer in a couple months.
Okay.
I'm like, so you just keep telling people the groomer's not here. And I go, I bet you the technician, because the technician's going to look at it. I go, the technician is not here today. The technician went home early, and he's showing up tomorrow late.
Guess what, folks? Our executive producer, our content poster on social media, not here today. They did not show up today.
It. The intern also not here.
Yep, our interview booker did not show up today. All those folks. It's just really a letdown. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to a little bull rider. This young kid was on television, and he was talking to this Australian TV show about being a little bull rider. And he dropped a joke at the end. They were trying to say, like, goodbye, tiny bull rider, and wave him away. And he said, I got a joke for you. And, kind of got weird.
A vegan and a vegetarian are jumping off a cliff to see who hit the bottom first. Who wins?
I don't know.
Who wins?
Society.
They all just cracked up.
Can't wait till he's an adult.
The thing to me, the little kid apologized afterwards. He was like, I'm sorry if anybody was upset by my joke. And I go, you apologized. Did you see how the hosts reacted to your vegans should die joke? They fell off the couch.
Hilarious.
He's a little kid. He dropped the joke. I get it, but they just doubled over.
A vegan and a vegetarian are jumping off a cliff to see who hit the bottom first. Who wins?
I don't know.
Who wins?
Society.
And they just, my God. Can you imagine switching any other groups of people in there? Is that where you're at, vegans? Is that where you're at, vegetarians?
That sucks, man.
They could just openly say, if you jump off a cliff, society benefits from your demise.
Like, we just don't want to eat meat, dude. That's it. Don't need to die.
A little bull rider apologized afterwards, said he meant no offense by the joke about people jumping off a cliff and dying, but some offense was taken.
Something tells me that joke did not originate with vegans and vegetarians, and that's the problematic part.
Right, yeah. You just put blanks in there and then put like the most offensive, categories of people that you can. That's where that joke originated from. And they just kept going with it. And he popped in the vegans and vegetarians line. Well, I might be right. What I was suggesting was going to happen may end up happening. Hopefully it does. Otherwise, things are not looking good, because right now, at this very moment, the writers in Hollywood and the folks that are striking are sitting down with all the major producers in one office. Netflix, Disney, Universal, Warner Brothers, Discovery, they're all in there. The writers are in there, and they said they've made huge progress, incredible progress, they call it. That's a quote.
Is Fran Drescher in there? She just got
She's
voted to be
not.
president again, I thought, of SAG-AFTRA.
That's the weirdest thing to me. She's not, because the WGA chief negotiator is the person that goes in and actually does the negotiations.
Wait. We're talking about two different things. Was Fran Drescher for the writers or the actors?
I thought she was for the writers.
I thought she was for the actors.
Well, maybe she was. I don't know.
It.
I just remember her being out there earlier, but maybe she is for the actors. That would make more sense, giving her, actor history and whatnot. But they said incredible progress has been made. And here's the twist on things. They said writers and producers are near an agreement to end the Writers Guild of America strike after meeting face to face. The two sides met and hope to finalize a deal today. While optimistic, people noted, if a deal is not reached today, the strike could last through the end of the year. So it's either today or all the way at the end of the year and maybe into next year when they end up settling this thing, which goes back to my theory. That's why they started pushing down on Bill Maher. That's why they started pushing down on poor old Drew Barrymore. That's why they started pushing down on The Talk and these other shows that were coming back to television, because I guarantee you they told them, we're so close, we're talking this week, and the strike is going to be wrapped up. So if you just stop with your return to television, it'll help us out at the finish line.
I just don't see where that soils the negotiations.
They probably think that anybody in the industry who's working when we're not working, it shows them that they might be able to continue to go on without us.
Exactly. So if they're like, hey, why do you guys need more money? Clearly, there's a whole group of people who are continuing on without you. So why would we need to put that on the table? So it makes complete sense. I hope that it's over. We can get our damn TV shows back.
That all adds up to me, but I don't know. I mean, there still could be some kind of last-minute fight here. I'm hoping that they're going to say, guess what? We got a deal. We're good to go. Obi-Wan Kenobi on Twitch says, I don't care as long as TNJ doesn't strike. We may strike soon. There's some talks behind the scenes about a potential strike here. We're not going to take it any longer either. Here's what we're asking for, and I don't think it's too much. Mm-hmm. We at the News Junkie are requesting from management at iHeartRadio, we want 365 days off a year.
I don't think that's crazy to ask.
I don't think it's too much. We want 5 times our current salaries. We're interested in that, non-negotiable. And we all want flying cars as well, just to toss that onto the fire pile.
Oh, and pizza on Fridays.
Yeah, pizza on Fridays, and the ball's in your court, iHeartRadio. So we'll hear from you soon, I think, or otherwise radio silence over here. Meanwhile, I saw this today, and I go, no. That's not how this works. I think people are at a level of misunderstanding here that is problematic that I have to fix today, okay? Now, we got all this stuff going on with Russell Brand, who, according to not just like the she said, he said stuff, but more importantly, like the text message evidence that they've shown, looks like he's a pretty terrible guy who was hiding in plain sight because he kind of was open about just being a terrible guy sexually. But now there's these big reports going after Russell Brand. In the wake of this, here's the story that I see today. It says, Hijack director. We all saw Hijack, I think. Did you see Hijack, C-Lane?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Okay.
So good.
Very, very good, right? The director, Jim Field Smith, is now warning of a major Hollywood actor who's being protected despite concerns over their behavior behind the scenes. The British filmmaker has taken to social media after Russell Brand was accused of all these different things he's been accused of. And they said the creator of the Apple TV Plus series Hijack has claimed an actor who he only refers to as Actor X is being protected by powerful people. In a series of posts on X, formerly Twitter, why are we doing this? I was once dissuaded from hiring Actor X because other actors I was meeting for other roles had heard X might be in the project, and said unequivocally they would not work on the project in those circumstances. There were no criminal allegations against X, but rather a pattern of behavior that several people had either noticed or been personally subjected to. Okay, let me tell you how this actually works. If there is a woman, it could be a man, but mostly a woman who has been a subject to the unwanted sexual advances, sexual assault, and up the list of some dude in Hollywood, and that woman or man, but mostly women, doesn't want to come forward and call out who the person is who she says assaulted her, abused her, et cetera, that's fine. That's on the person who is the victim to be able to decide that they don't necessarily feel comfortable for any number of reasons to come out to say. But if you are in Hollywood and you're like, actor X is really horrific, actor X is so bad, I won't work with actor X because other actors won't work with them because of their terrible, terrible behavior, you are a pussy. Come forward and say who the person's name is if you're going to say that there's somebody terrible out there. Imagine that you said, hey, there's an actor in Hollywood who's actually a serial killer, but everybody is protecting them. Well, if you know who the serial killer is, I would expect you to tell everybody who the serial killer is.
But then you have the Harvey Weinstein situation. Courtney Love speaks out, for example, and she gets blacklisted. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why victims don't speak out.
No. You're misunderstanding. I'm saying that victims absolutely have a right to speak out or not speak out if they want to. But if this guy's a director in Hollywood and he's not the victim of the person that he's talking about, why is he blind iteming the person being terrible in Hollywood instead of going, hey, this is the actor who is really, really doing some bad stuff?
Is he perhaps concerned that that he doesn't have proof and so he could be under fire for some sort of libel?
I don't know. Maybe. That could be it.
It could be that there's probably a bunch of terrible people in Hollywood, and if they ever want to work with this guy again, he's like, am I going to call everybody out or just do one at a time every quarter?
Yeah, but by this point, you know how Hollywood works. How long were people talking about Bryan Singer before anything actually came out? How long I was even talking about, hey, you guys hear about this stuff about Louis C.K.? You hear about the stuff that he's doing? I told you exactly what was going on before anybody finally went forward and said, hey, this is going on. How about Cosby, Bill Cosby, where there were comedians literally on stage talking about all of the things that Bill Cosby had done? And then, like, nothing happens as a result of it. All of a sudden, at some point, the media goes, all right, we're going to take this seriously. If there's somebody who's, like, really a terrible person, why not say who the terrible person is? Be like me saying, there's one person on the News Junkie who is killing cats every single day of their life, but I'll call them person X. Can't call them out. We don't need to do. No, that's when you're supposed to do things. C-Lane is killing cats every single day.
Get the hell out of here.
And it needs to be called out. Probably going to win that lawsuit. Okay, we want to hear from you today. Send us a dispatch.
Show me the cats. You don't have the cats. You don't have the cats. Show me the cats.
I only have one, and it really
Oh, you only have one?
I only have one cat, junkie cat, but...
I meant show me the dead cat. You're the one telling people I'm killing cats.
I'm not keeping the dead cats. I throw them in the dumpster when you're done with them, obviously.
Wow, so we have a cat dumpster thrower,
don't say
too.
when you're done with them. That sounds
Why
like
would I keep them
did
around?
more than kill them.
When we come back, your dispatches. Plus, 1 in 6 people have done something in this last year that doesn't make any sense to me at all. And I want to see if perhaps one of you have done this. Just by the numbers, 1 in 6, a lot of you have done this. We'll see what's going on. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This week, win with the Jim Colbert Show. Win tickets to see Bush in concert November 14th at Hard Rock Live with Bad Wolves and Ava Under Fire. Tickets go on sale Friday, September 22nd, but you can win them before you can buy them on the Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Edgewater Drive southbound between Forest City Road and Lee Road. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Silver Star Road westbound east of Pine Hills Road, and delays due to an accident on State Road 436 at La Vista Boulevard. Traveling on I-4 this morning, you can expect delays eastbound between Osceola Parkway and State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show.
The G20 takes steps to tame the Red Dragon with a Biden plan to counter China's Belt and Road Initiative. I'm Mark Moss, helping you navigate the decentralized revolution. Listen to the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Barbecue, bacon, beer, and bourbon all meet in one event. Pitmasters and Pourers comes to Mount Dora this Saturday. This event not only combines these 4 staples of life, but will also feature Russ Rollins and DJ Angel LaBoom from the Monsters in the Morning. Plus, live performances from Kat Ridgway, Sean Holcomb, Bailey Callahan, and more. It all starts at 3 p.m. this Saturday, September 23rd at Elizabeth Evans Park in beautiful Mount Dora. Pit masters and pourers, when the ultimate barbecue meet bacon, beer, and smooth bourbon. Presented by Yingling, the city of Mount Dora, Visit Lake, and Real Radio 104.1. Get tickets now at cityofmountdora.com.
Coming to Hulu tomorrow and Saturday.
Don't miss our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
The biggest superstars from all genres of music on one stage.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
Stream it live only on Hulu.
You will not want to miss.
Tomorrow and Saturday, starting at 10 p.m.
Capital One is a proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Festival for the 7th year in a row, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Stella Artois wants to know, who would you have dinner with? Join the Stella team at the Crooked Spoon in Claremont this Friday, September 22nd from 6 until 8 for an opportunity to let them know who you would have dinner with, past, present, or future, and why. Then start your dinner with a complimentary Stella Artois and chalice. Just snap the QR code for details on your chance to win dinner on Stella from one of 10 participating restaurants. Let's do dinner, and as always, start with a Stella.
Call Extreme Air and Electric. When you're in need, call the Extreme team.
Visit Extreme Air online today at extremeairandelectrical.com for special financing available on new home comfort systems. That's your hometown Train experts online at extremeairandelectric.com today. License EAC 1817433.
Call Extreme for your air and electric. When you're in need, call the Extreme team.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist. Ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
When you shop here, you win here. Score the win drive at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Buy now and make no payments for 6 months. Get 0% APR financing on the best team of Nissans anywhere. Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com. Home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
If you ride a motorcycle in Florida, someone can hit you and hurt you and legally not have insurance to pay you. Uninsured motorist coverage can help save you from financial ruin. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Since 2004, men choose Andro 400 for one reason: results.
It has really worked. I've lost 35 pounds. It's just unbelievable. I never lost weight like that easily in my life.
Congratulations, Stephen, on losing 35 pounds. Now, listen to Leonard's results.
So when I went to my doctor, I was telling him about your product, Andro 400, and he said that it was okay for me to take it. So I started taking it. I just came back from the doctor yesterday. I'm down to 190 from 236, and he told me to continue to doing what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Leonard, losing 46 pounds. Guys, if achieving results like losing belly fat, gaining energy, and improving testosterone levels are what you're looking for, then get Andro 400. We guarantee the results. Start today and get free shipping. Go to andro400.com. Andro400.com. Andro400.com.
That's right. It's a real mess out there, Kate. We're seeing heavy congestion on the eastbound lanes of the main expressway with traffic backed up for miles.
What do traffic and debt have in common? You don't want to be in either for too long. Move into the fast lane with Fairwinds Credit Union. We'll help you set goals, save more, and be your guide to achieving financial freedom together. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Why is iHeartRadio the #1 streaming radio app? Free music.
Free live radio stations from all over the country.
Free podcasts.
Free playlists.
Free contests. Free artist radio stations.
Commercial-free stations. It's free. I love iHeartRadio. Join the millions of music, radio, and podcast fans on the #1 streaming radio app now.
iHeartRadio.
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 Free never sounded so good.
No payments until 2024 with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
So we can't necessarily break the stat here, but when I see a story like this, I'm like, Jesus, man, what is going on out there that you see a headline like this? 1 in 6 dog owners have surrendered a pet in the last year, according to this data that they've crunched up. We got 3 of us. None of the 3 of us on the show, myself, Sabrina, or C-Lane, have surrendered a dog in the last year, as best I know, unless you guys got secret dogs I'm not aware of.
No, I've never surrendered a dog, and I mean, I've rescued a dog and passed it along to a rescue group.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, as far as the dogs that I've adopted and signed all the paperwork and paid the fees, no. Never happened.
They're blaming all of this on the rising cost of living and inflation and all of that stuff.
Don't get a dog.
But I don't know that the rising cost of owning a dog has gone up exponentially in the last 10 years or so. Once you get a dog, and maybe I'm saying this from a high perch and you can shout me back down to reality, but I don't think I am. Overall, taking care of a dog is not incredibly expensive. It's not like taking care of a child as long as the dog is younger and healthy. It's pretty damn simple. You get a big bag of dog food, and you make sure your dog has water, and you make sure your dog gets some exercise, and you're good to go. You don't have too much more to do than that. Now, if you have an older dog,
right,
your dog might have to go to the vet, and there's various other things that you might have to factor in.
Yeah, the dog I have a couple years ago when, after adopting her, I was told, well, she's got some issues here, and brand new credit card, and $3,000 later.
Yeah, that is expensive.
I would, without a problem, though, and I got some travel points, and then COVID happened, but I would do it regardless, because that's the responsibility you take on.
Yeah, that's the way I think about it, too. When you decide, this should never be on a whim. This should never be hey, let's just get a dog. This is why I detest a situation I know the 3 of us have all seen at some point in time, and you have probably seen it as well. We used to go to this bar all the time, the 3 of us, and one time I went to the bar, and there was people with a box full of puppies at the bar.
Oh, yeah. Good luck getting a drink that day. Not happening.
Everybody's drunk, and everybody's going, oh, look at the puppies. And they're petting the dogs, and they're, should we take it home? And I'm going, oh, God, this is not how you're supposed to get a dog. It's why I actually appreciate something that other people find annoying. And that is when you go to a facility where they have dogs or cats or any kind of other animal that you're going to adopt or take in, when they ask you more questions, where do you live? We need to talk to your landlord, et cetera, et cetera. People are put off by that and annoyed, and I think it's important.
Oh, absolutely.
I want people to clear that hurdle before they get an animal, because it shouldn't just be something you do. Hey, let's spur the moment, get a dog today.
The rescue that I got Carl from and Gladys from as well, it was a vetting process. It wasn't like as soon as I put the application in, there was a phone interview. There's they reached out not only, I believe, to my employer, but also landlord.
Yep.
Then they came and checked the house, like from top to bottom, on all the things that were like there, whether it's electrical outlets or if it's a gated yard. And then it took about a week, 2 weeks, plus the fees to finally, get the dog. And that was for good reason, because they don't want to put the dog in a terrible situation.
And when you're going through that process, you're like, oh, come on. Trust me, I'm just going to be great. I'm going to take the dog. I'll take care of it.
Lexi was $100 in a parking lot. Same day.
They said 1 in 6 dog owners surrendered a pet in the last year. The rising costs of everyday life are not only affecting the average American, but their pet too. Costs associated with being an animal owner are so high that a shocking number of people admitted to surrendering their dog in the last year. Results of the survey painted a bleak picture for animal lovers, with 1 in 6 respondents admitting they gave up a dog in the last 12 months. About a third of those say it was because of the expensive nature of having the dog itself. And you have to take this so seriously. When you're getting into having a pet is not for you to have social media posts. A pet is not for you to be able to, run around in public and get some attention. A pet is somebody that you have to give attention to. You have to give time to. You have to invest in a little bit. And the more people that don't understand that, the more those numbers are going to rise. And I do understand, by the way, I'm not stupid. I understand that there could be a situation like, let's say you have a new baby. And when you get a new baby, the dog that you've had, like let's say Lexi, Sealane's dog, all of a sudden starts getting like aggressive with the new baby. Obviously, that totally is fair.
Time to take the baby to the fire station.
It's totally fair
Straight to the fire station.
At that point that you're going to go, hey, this pet does not match up with what we need in this home right now.
But when that happens, it's not, let me throw up a Facebook post or Craigslist and then just give it to any other person when there are rescues anywhere and everywhere to help you with that situation.
And many of the rescues that do their due diligence will have somewhere in the adoption contract that you are not allowed to give it away to somebody, that you have to, if you're surrendering the dog, you have to give it back to them.
Yeah, I was unfamiliar with that until the last couple of years, but yeah, that's a thing.
That famously happened in a situation where Ellen DeGeneres had a dog.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres had a dog, and the dog was not assimilating well to her house. I guess the previous dog she had, some reason she needed to give the dog away, so she gave it to a young child, a young girl, who was just elated to have the dog. And the rescue caught wind of this and took the dog back. And the girl was devastated. And Ellen, started the show like crying in the monologue, no dancing. They're like, what's wrong with Ellen? She's not dancing.
Oh, no.
She's crying over the dog. Other people we know have been in a situation where a rescue has threatened to put them in jail for, giving away a dog.
Going to get him all stirred up while he's watching the stream.
Yeah, this happens. Like sometimes it's totally fair that you might have to give up a pet that you got, but a lot of these times it's people who go, geez, I didn't know it was this much work to have a dog. Ugh, this is not for me. I got to give this thing up. If you do that, you're a scumbag. You're a loser. You deserve all the bad things that happen to you afterwards. Before we get to your dispatches, that's how you join us on the show. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Anheuser-Busch coming out today, the big giant beer behemoth, and saying they are stopping the practice of cutting the tails of its famous Clydesdale horses that they use in Budweiser commercials.
Wow, it only took 100 years.
I didn't even know they did that. Did you know they cut the tails of those Clydesdales?
I didn't know that was a thing they did, but I assume it's similar to the docking of a dog's tail.
Yeah. Like, there's certain breeds. Is it bulldogs? There's certain breeds of dogs.
Yorkie too.
Yorkies, they do it too?
Carl is like, it's always surprising to people because they're like, he is a Yorkie, but he has a full tail. And I'm like, yeah. I asked them to chop it off, and they looked at me like it was crazy. I'm going to do it myself. I don't have the scissors.
I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. And solely because if you have a situation where you have a Clydesdale horse or a dog and you go, well, this breed, we cut the tail. This is not even on the level of circumcision, right? This is like, we do this because we think the animal looks better this way. We think the animal is cuter if we cut the tail.
There are some situations in which a tail grows too long and it gets like brittle and breaks at the end.
Really?
Which causes a lot of pain for the dog. I think this might be like pro-docking people that are just feeding me this information, the pro-docking propaganda. But what if we were so in the dark about Clydesdale tails that the next Super Bowl rolls around, and when the Clydesdale commercial comes on, they have this comically large...
It's puffed out, it curls.
These tails that you're just like, oh my gosh, it's more tail than horse.
It's like a peacock's hind end just out there for the world to see. If we do this kind of stuff and it's solely for optics, solely for the appearance of the animal to be more attractive, that's flat out wrong. If there's other reasons, I don't know. I mean, like, there's similarities here to the circumcision debate that we have in this country. Here is Jell with the dispatch for the show.
News junkie.
Hey!
So yesterday, you guys were talking about these people who are backwards parking.
Yeah.
I was so glad to hear that, Sean. I'm not the only one who hates these people. I thought I was the only one. But anyway, I see them backwards park all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually the people who can't park their car backwards. They're always parked crooked, and they take a long time. Anyway, just wanted to call. As always, you guys are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Jell. Appreciate you. Yeah, my only take on the backwards parking people is just that there's so many times when people park backwards when it's unnecessary. It's a situation where you look at it and you go, this isn't a parking garage where it's a pain in the ass to get out of the spot. And I go, all right, you're slowing me down, but I get it. And this is not a situation where, I understand why being parked backwards is more efficient for you on the other side. It'll be a big, giant parking lot with spots open absolutely everywhere. And out of habit or whatever, somebody will stop and start backing in and park into this spot. And I go, wait, hold on. This doesn't seem like it's necessary. Here is Green Panda with a dispatch.
Hey, Sean. About the dog tail cutting thing, for me, if I want to buy a Doberman Pinscher, I don't want the tail cut. That's a badass looking dog. Mm-hmm. And you don't expect to see a tail on it. And the ears, too. But I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm assuming they put the dog anesthesia or something on it. They'll just cut it off and let it bleed. Come on, people. Anyway, have a great day. See ya.
There is a healing process to it, and I'm sure it would really hurt. But yeah, as long as it looks cool, though.
I once was delivering water to this lady, and this lady had a big piece of property out in Jupiter, Florida. And I remember when I went there because there was a particular room that they wanted me to deliver the water in each time. And it was like their dog's room. They had taken their garage and made it into this big, giant room for these fancy show dogs that they had. Now, I have no idea what kind of dogs they were. They were like golden doodle looking things, best I could tell. But they had these big, long ears on them. And this woman had, when I went over there, I go, what's that? And she goes, oh, that's glue. And I said, it's glue? And they had taken the dog's big ears and put them straight up in the air, like you would have like on a girl's headband with, like ears coming up. And they glued the ears together so that the ears could always be upright. And they would leave them there for a while. And then eventually they take the glue out. And I was like, what the hell, man? All this to make the animal,
though, huh?
Yeah, like, look how adorable it looks now. And you're like, I don't think the dog wants this to happen. Let us know what you think. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. I honestly didn't even know they were doing that, though, with these Clydesdale horses. They're so big. That's the thing I look at. I just look at how giant the damn horse is over anything that they've cut off of it. When we come back, there are some people who got arrested for just trying to have some fun. I didn't know that was illegal in America. But maybe it is. The details coming up next on the News Junkie.
We may have lost our blue check, but we're still here, doing
whatever it is you do on Twitter.
At Real Radio 1041 on Twitter is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today reaching the upper 80s with partly cloudy skies. Chance for showers and thunderstorms will be moving in mainly after 2-3 o'clock. You can expect heavy rain, frequent lightning, as well as gusty winds. Wake-up temperatures for your Friday will be in the low 70s, and then forecast highs reaching the mid-80s. I'm Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Have a great rest of your day.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Want to save big on custom faux wood blinds, shutters, cellular shades, and more? Shop Blindster today and save up to 50% over comparable blinds from brick and mortar stores. Get custom blinds at low prices and free shipping at Blindster.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote today by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com. That Mortgage Guy Don, the president of Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage and host of the Home Loans Radio Show, he is here for you, my friends. Over 250 five-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at Experience.com. It's very safe to say that Don knows what he's doing, and I could say with full confidence that he's looking out for you. He has your best interest in mind. He's going to treat you like an actual human, instead of like a number, like all the other mortgage companies would. Now, chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table, so let that Mortgage Guy Don help you get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button, and Don will review your quote today. You want to see a difference? Go to the website right now. Apply now and get a quote, or get a free analysis of your existing quote. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that MortgageGuyDon.com.
Paid for by government.com. Have you heard? Morgan's silver dollars are back for 2023. For the 100th anniversary, the U.S. Mint released the first legal tender Morgans in 100 years. They sold out instantly. Now, Morgan's silver dollars are back in 2023, minted in 99.9% pure silver, but only 275,000 coins were minted, and they will go fast. The entire market and experts agree this is a big deal and an amazing opportunity for both coin and silver buyers. Just call 1-800-859-1518 and you are guaranteed a 2023 brand new uncirculated 99.9% pure silver Morgan dollar. But with limited quantities, you must call now. To learn more, call 1-800-859-1518. Plus, you'll receive a free bonus Patriots pack, new and improved, a $25 value free with every order. Call 1-800-859-1518 now to secure your new 2023 Morgan silver dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-859-1518.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to inventhelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at inventhelp.com. InventHelp is a leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they have been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors received more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started. If you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next, contact your friends at InventHelp. For your free information, go to inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION.
I won over $500,000 playing slots. I do this full time and I would not change it for the world. It's fun and I win. I win a lot.
It happens every day. Regular people are winning every single day. Whether it's $500 or $50,000, anybody can win. Because when they win, I feel like I'm winning.
I came one night, hit the double downs, had a couple of good runs, and won about $300,000.
Anybody could win at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa.
Must be 21 to play slots or table games. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert, and I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Wawa has pizza. Wawa has pizza, and it's freshly made. Wawa has pizza until 3 a.m. Brought to you by Wawa, who now has pizza starting at 4 p.m. Wawa has pizza. Gotta have a Wawa.
This Saturday, join global citizens, artists, world leaders, corporate leaders, and philanthropists for Global Citizen Festival 2023, starring Red Hot Chili Peppers, Miss Lauryn Hill, Jungkook, Anita, and more. Watch live.
.com coming October 11th.
Question for you. This goes to everybody. But first, Sabrina and C-Lane. At what age so far do you think you were happiest? If you had to look back on your life, like what age were you like, this is when I had it all, man. I was just over the moon about life. And I was as happy as could be. Because the scientists are telling us that a lot of us have it wrong, or at least the way I thought it would go is not the way it went with this research that these scientists have been working on.
Gosh, I mean, I feel like my senior year, freshman year of college, like senior year of high school, freshman year of college, I was extremely happy. Then fast forward our first year on the show, like I was early 20s, 23, 24, very happy. Right now, I would say in the last few months, very happy. But they're all for different reasons. You know what I'm saying?
The motivations
I used to be able
don't
to talk when I was
necessarily.
in my early 20s too.
The motivations don't matter as much. It's just like when you would think or when you had those peak years. And I thought in my brain, and maybe you guys disagree with me, but I was like, I think the average person will say they were happiest the moment they got the freedom of having a driver's license, but didn't necessarily have all of the negative things around adulthood yet, like bills and responsibilities and kids and all the things that go with it. Like that sweet spot between 16 and 18 years old where you're becoming an adult, but you got some freedoms now. Like you could drive to a friend's house. You could stay the night over somebody's house. You could meet up with people. That's what I thought would be like peak happiness years, but it's not according to these scientists. Celine, where would you land on this?
I would say peak happiness was November 7th, 2020.
November 7th, 2020. Oh,
that's cute.
Correct answer for him.
That's right.
Pussy, though.
I was going to say my happiest days are in front of me, Sean.
Oh, the baby.
I would think like I was most
what
like,
a life you live, man.
I was most excited like when I like moved into the first place that wasn't a parent's house, and it was like I mean obviously the car was fun. And that that level of freedom, those are fun things going on, adventures and stuff. But it was like, I'm really doing this. And then that was all really just popped like a balloon when I realized I had to do my own laundry.
Right. Yeah,
But then you
the
found
bad
that
things.
service.
The bad things that come with it can really take you down. The Real Water Boy says about 24 years ago for him, I was married, I had a house, my wife was a nympho, all downhill from there, he said.
I almost spit my Coke out. Wife was a nympho. My gosh, water boy, calm down.
That was his peak. But so the scientists are telling us different than we're kind of thinking here. It says, is childhood really the happiest period of a person's life? A new study finds you might have to wait a while to really find the bright side of things. A team of international researchers has found that a child's life satisfaction actually decreases between the ages of 9 and 16, and then it starts rising.
Yeah, because
when
you
does
get an attitude.
Yeah, but when does peak happiness occur? The scientists say in a study of 460,000 participants. That's a big sample size right there. They said peak happiness is at what age? What's your guess now after we've gone through all of this? What is peak happiness age according to science, Sabrina?
Gosh. Well, here's hoping it's 35.
All right, 35 for you. What about you, C-Lane?
Say the question again. What age I think is going to be my peak happiness?
So they said, your happiness starts to rise after you're 16. When does happiness peak on that age chart and then finally start coming down?
39.
39. You guys are right where I was at. This is right where I thought people were going to say, I'm still kind of hanging on.
So are you saying you've already peaked?
I have peaked. No.
Both of us.
No. I have not.
I'm scared you're about to say we all peaked already and it goes downhill from here.
I have not peaked according to this, and you guys have not peaked according to this. So that's good for us. They say the peak happiness arrives at age 70. When you're 70. Yeah, of all of these people that they examined, 460,000 people.
I'm already exhausted of that. That kind of pisses me off that I have to wait 40 more years until I feel peak happiness.
Well, you're going to be happier going all the way up to it, according to them. Like, you're getting happy as you go up the chart. But the happiest is at 70 years old, and then you get miserable again. So you're like,
sick.
You're like, now I'm 85 and I hate the world, and I want everybody to get off the lawn. They said, we focused on changes in 3 central components of subjective well-being. Everybody's journey to happiness is obviously a very personal experience. The researchers did find a number of trends throughout the average person's life. Overall, children saw their life satisfaction drop off during adolescence, declining from 9 to age 16, which I guess that's kind of like the period of you growing up where things are a little bit awkward and, you're going through puberty and all these different things are happening. Life satisfaction then increased slightly until the age of 70, when it dropped off again until the age of 96. Meanwhile, positive emotional states continue to decline from age 9 all the way to age 94. There was little fluctuation between ages 9 and 22, but it kept declining until age 60. Overall, the study indicated a positive trend over a wide period of life. You're going to be happy at 70, friend. I know you're going to be happy. We're going to hear from you and just how happy you are in just a moment with your dispatches. You can send yours so you can be featured on the show. Get your thoughts, your opinions, what you want us to talk about. Is there a story I'm missing out on right now? All of that you can send as a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. Meanwhile, over to Port St. Lucie, Florida, and there's a business that they busted in. The police is they in this case. And when they busted into the business, they arrested all of the people who were there. Now, I don't know how I feel about this, actually, because if you break into, let's say, a whorehouse, all right? If you break into a whorehouse and you want to arrest all the people that are there, okay, everybody knows what they're doing is illegal, even though it shouldn't be illegal because it's consenting adults engaging in commerce, and the government should get out of our business, but that's another story. But they know what they're doing. All right? If you break into a place and somebody's torturing somebody, like, you know what you're doing, you know you're committing a crime. But in this situation, a group of patrons was arrested in a raid at a place called Rio Arcade in St. Lucie County. And they said, we didn't know what we were doing was illegal. They said, we thought this place, this Rio Arcade, was like Dave and Buster's for adults. We didn't know that we weren't allowed to be in here. We didn't know that we were breaking the law. they still got in trouble. St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office deputies raided Rio Arcade on U.S. Highway 1. There was about 30 to 40 patrons inside at the time. Inside was Nicholas Frick. Nicholas Frick was in big trouble because he didn't frickin' know that these things were illegal to do. He said, I'm very disappointed. It's just not fair. And he said, I was winning for a change, and they took the money. All three of the patrons who were arrested said they had no idea that when they went in that gambling is against the law.
Oh, really?
We didn't hear anything about anything being illegal in here. There's a whole plaza full of arcades, totally open the same time this was. There was no warning sign from the sheriff. And some of these people were on vacations, et cetera, et cetera. And they said, how are we supposed to know? It's a business. It's open. It's in a big plaza. We just figured that they must have signed all the right documents and everything would have been fine.
I mean, listen, if you came across, like, say you were visiting somewhere you'd never been before, and there was like a vending machine there. Mm-hmm. And the vending machine is one of those like snack machines where you hit like A7 and the Doritos come out, but instead they're bags of drugs. Wouldn't you just like go, oh, I mean, there's no way this vending machine would be here if it were illegal.
Yeah, like if this was against the law, somebody would have found out by now. Clearly there's like a loophole here or something. I totally get pleading ignorance on this. I actually do.
I would also think if this were against the law, surely it's the establishment that's breaking the law and not me.
Yeah, right. I'm just coming into a place that's got an open sign on the door. What did I do wrong? What do you think? Should these people be arrested for what they were doing, or should they have known? Should they have not known better? And it's understandable that they would be in there and gambling. Let us know. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com right now. I was telling you guys, Courtney and I are going to go to Mexico City for the Christmas break on the show. And yesterday we started looking at airfare. Folks in the travel industry, throw me a bone here. What's going on with Mexico City? What's happening with Mexico City right now? Mexico City is a 3.5. Oh, what was that?
What you watching, C-Lane?
Did not know that would happen.
What was that noise?
It was you.
Mexico City is a 3.5 hour plane ride from here. Okay. It is equivalent to flying to like the Midwest or something. And a ticket to the Midwest on, say, Southwest Airlines, so like, middle of the road airline, probably $300 and something round trip right now, around that. Like you get to bring your baggage and everything. And when I'm looking at the prices to fly into Mexico City, the cheapest airline, absolute cheapest airline, Aero Mexico or whatever, cheapest airline that they have to fly into Mexico, each ticket round trip is $1,400 to fly into Mexico City. And I said, what is going on with Mexico City right now? And I go,
Looks
maybe
like you guys are
airfares.
driving.
I said, maybe airfare is just that expensive. And so I go over to Southwest and I look up a flight to like New Orleans or something. And it was less than $250. I said, why is this a discount airline? I had to pay more money to add luggage so we could bring on carry-ons if I wanted to get these tickets. And I was about to check out, and I looked, and they're $1,450 a piece for the tickets into Mexico City. That is absolutely insane. I don't know what's going on. Somebody tell me. tips@thenewsjunkie.com or send us a dispatch so you can enlighten me on that one. Let's go over to those dispatches. Let's see what you got on your mind. Here is Biker Mike talking about Game of Magnets.
Afternoon, News Junkies. Started my day off nice by getting a News Junkie magnet off of someone else's car.
Nice.
But I got a question for y'all. Since I ride a bike every day, it's all I got. Magnet don't stick to my bike. So what should I do? Should I try to find someone else that listens to the show and maybe donate it to them? Or because I don't want to be the guy that takes the magnet and ends up sticking it on my fridge. What do y'all think I should do? Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
You know what?
Find a way to stick it to your bike. I mean, if you really care about us.
Or, you don't even have to, if it can't, magnetize onto somewhere on the bike, tape it around the seat thing, put it somewhere on the bike where it's visible.
But then again, remember, when it comes to motorcycles, they're very particular about people touching their bike.
Yeah.
So, what if another hogger sees,
as they say,
a listener touching his motorcycle, and all of a sudden fights ensue.
It
He has
could
to explain
happen.
what this game is about because he doesn't listen to the show. But then we do get another listener.
You could reverse Game of Magnets it, Biker Mike, and just find another car and slap it on the back of that car, and then the game goes on. That might be good for you. Here's Laying Down the Law with the dispatch.
Hey, junkies. I would say my happiest years were in my 40s. I had finally gotten my dream job. All my bills were paid, owned my home, owned my car, didn't worry about any
Everyone's showing off now.
financial things, had a great man in my life.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still at that same level, except now I'm retired. So happy days are here again.
Nice.
Wiggle, pop, pop.
Good for you. Bootsy Moonshine on YouTube says, I will make you churros and speak Spanish for you, Sean, for a mere $1,000.
Not a bad deal.
Not a bad offering right there. Will consider for sure. Let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll get into more of these because there's a lot of good dispatches. Plus, it's really, truly the worst thing that's ever happened to music. This is bad news. Bad news. We'll get into this. Unfortunately, that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
The audio version of a Live, Laugh, Love wall decoration that's been set on fire. Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Heading through the city this afternoon, you can expect delays eastbound and westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Authorities are clearing up an accident on the Greenway northbound at Landstar Boulevard, exit 14. There's slowdowns on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. Expect delays due to an accident on Silver Star Road westbound east of Pine Hills Road. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter with high-speed rail to South Florida. Experience premium lounge perks, roomier seats, and onboard meal and drink service with 16 daily departures to South Florida. Adult fares from $79. Kids from $39. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
Lionel Messi and Inter Miami plays Orlando City this Sunday at 7 p.m. You can hear the game here on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app.
You know when you wake up and your mouth feels gross and you just can't wait to brush your teeth to get that clean, fresh feeling again? That's exactly how millions of Navage users feel when they use powered suction to rinse out their noses every day, just like brushing their teeth. Once you're able to breathe deeply without congestion, you never want to be without it. That's why so many people rave about Navage, with over 100,000 online reviews. Feel the Navage difference for yourself. In less than a minute a day, you'll feel immediate relief from seasonal allergies and congestion after the very first use. Navage will also help you sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier, naturally, without drugs. Start breathing clearly again with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Country Wayne on September 22nd and 23rd. Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions: line cook, cocktail servers and waitstaff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call us at 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
I need your help. I got this. Expendables 4 is definitely rated R. Little violent, perhaps? Jason Statham.
You almost killed me!
Sylvester Stallone.
You're welcome!
Expendables 4 in theaters Friday.
It happens in a matter of seconds, but the aftermath can last a lifetime. Car crash, slip and fall. There's only one Mo you should call. The Mo you know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Call Extreme Air and Electric. When you're in need, call the Extreme team.
Visit Extreme Air online today at extremeairandelectrical.com for special financing available on new home comfort systems. That's your hometown train experts online at extremeairandelectric.com today. License EAC 1817433.
Call Extreme for your air and electric. When you're in
The pepperoni pizza meatball sub from Firehouse Subs is back. With Italian meatballs, extra provolone, and crispy pepperoni on a garlic bread roll. To top it off, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. The pepperoni pizza meatball sub, for a limited time at Firehouse Subs.
At participating locations, Firehouse of America, LLC, and Firehouse Subs suppliers will together donate 0.09% of purchases in 2023 at Firehouse Subs locations with a minimum donation of $1 million.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Attention homeowners, get Choice Home Warranty's award-winning service for 25 major systems and appliances before a breakdown. Get a free quote right now. Just dial pound 250 and say home warranty. Limitations apply. Visit choicehomewarranty.com for details. Call now, pound 250, keyword home warranty.
Get ready to save with Spectrum One. You get Spectrum Internet delivering fast and reliable speeds for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security, and a free Spectrum mobile line with unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G. Go to spectrum.com/save more and use the Spectrum One savings calculator to see how much you can save today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
Have a craving for New York deli? Save the airfare and head to 2J's. Enjoy New York-style bagels, matzo ball soup, hand-cut deli meats, classic comfort foods, and made-from-scratch bakery treats. Check out the menu at 2J's.com. 2J's. It's simply great food.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Potential to be a musical tragedy, but I did myself a favor and I waited to hear this together with you, Sabrina, and you, C-Lane, just so we could judge on this in chorus and see if we thought that it was actually something worth putting out into the musical world. And it's not from the act that you might expect to be releasing new music right now. It's not from like your Taylor Swifts, your Lady Gagas.
NSYNC.
Your NSYNCs, they're planning a tour, right? Is that true?
No.
I thought I heard last night that they were like launching a tour.
Unless
and
I
everybody was going nuts.
All of the important news last night. Apparently.
I did see somebody post about that, but maybe it was just like speculation or something. Anyhow, this is not any of those groups. In fact, this is a new album from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission. They have dropped a new record. And the name of the safety-themed bangers release is called We're Safety Now Haven't We, Volume 1. Don't know what
the hell does that mean?
I'm only looking at it right in front of me, and I can't tell you exactly why. It's We're Safety, like we are safety, now haven't we, all together in one sentence. And there's a bunch of different songs that are on this. This one's called Protect Your Noggin. You want to listen to this? Let's see what they got going on. I mean, I don't know what to expect from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission.
I think the bar is pretty low for me.
It is, because I don't know of any other music that they have put out. I don't know what the genre would be. Here's the album cover for those of you watching. And it's got like some cats and some animals.
Are we going to even be able to understand this, Sean?
I don't know. It says en español, protect your noggin.
Muy bien.
Let's see what it sounds like. Maybe there's another version of this too that's not en español.
One that's en inglés, probably.
Thanks to the people at CPSC.
I like the beat.
First things first, déjame enseñarte. En las calles tienes que cuidarte. Demasiados niños en la acera.
I don't know what they're saying.
Casco en la cabeza. No es un juego, no es un rompecabezas. Con el destino, no te metas.
Just judging on the beats, though, it's not that bad.
It's not bad. I just like, what do we? Is that the cat rapping? Is that what we're?
I don't know. I don't know what we're getting from this. All right, this is the full album. Let's see. All right. And this is Protect Your Noggin, I think the English version.
First things first, let me tell you what the issue is. When you in the streets, gotta stay vigilant. Check the stats, there's been way too many in your head. From riding around without nothing on protecting them. But we could do better. I'ma put my helmet on and go zoom. Sitting flat up on my head real evenly. Low on my forehead, y'all ain't seeing me. When I fly by, I'ma wave high then bye.
It's not the worst thing I've ever heard.
It's not.
It's catchy, but what are we listening to?
So
I don't know. This
here's
is
what
the
it
U.S.
is. I'll tell you right
Consumer
now.
Product Safety Commission released an album. I don't know why the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission released an album, but they did.
Wendy's started this.
Wendy's has when they dropped that album, and then they started with like the roasting of the Wendy's girl to everybody else. Like, it was beautiful marketing.
But
Now,
Wendy's used didn't they use already existing rappers to do their stuff?
I think someone wrote for them, but
Okay.
I don't know what rapper they use. Now, as far as the CPSC, they said that they aim to address the products and hazards that are especially prevalent among people aged 13 to 24 based on injury data. So they want to warn you against bikes, ATVs, fireworks, cooking appliances, and phones.
Yeah, that makes sense. And they figure they're not maybe watching traditional television, so we got to get to them on YouTube, and we got to drop an album to get to them. It's just you wouldn't think that the government would be dropping albums. Have we heard the chorus yet?
Is that where our tax dollars are going towards?
Oh, yeah,
rap
your tax
albums?
Your tax dollars went to this. Absolutely, they did. I don't know how much they spent on this, but they did spend tax money on this.
Don't forget to strap it on tight. Let's skate, let's scooter, let's bike.
All right, that's about helmets.
Choosing to do this thing right. When you're in the streets, take caution.
Well, it's not the worst thing I've ever heard. All right, here's another one. This one's called Phone Away, which I'm assuming is about putting your phone away.
Thanks to the people at CPSC.
The government dropping albums on us. Nice little beat again.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
It's more of a dance hit, I think.
Yeah, let's do some ecstasy.
Oh, yeah, that one's just a full-on dance track. Let's see.
Okay.
Going Off Like Fireworks is the last one we're going to listen to, which is about the dangers of fireworks. And then we'll put our judgment down on this album from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission. This song is about the danger of fireworks. This should be good. Katy Perry has a good fireworks song, so expectations are high. All right, I feel it.
Thanks to the people at CPSC.
They keep doing that trick.
Burning up like diamonds in the sky. You and I are sending off some sparks tonight. I shouldn't play with fire.
I don't hate it.
Nah.
Smoking hot like no one else, so I'll sit back before I burn myself. I am dangerous like dynamite.
Oh, God.
Let's set it off and watch it light. No, I'm messing with
Uh-oh.
heat, and I should walk away and let it be. We light the stars with our energy. Going off like fireworks.
All right, I see what they're up to over there.
Okay.
I think it's better than I anticipated. Okay,
It sounds great, but it's like, who's listening to this at the club? And it's like, we should be more careful with fireworks and wear our helmets on bikes, right, guys?
I mean, at some point in the evening, if you're at the club, I think that that some DJs should start sneaking these in, because at some point in the night, you have no idea they're talking about putting bike helmets on to go skating.
Right. I would be surprised that this was from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, but it is. It's got 17,000 views so far, so it's not necessarily skyrocketing up the charts just yet. It needs a little bit more help. Tell us what you think. Maybe you're going to jam to that later. Put it on your playlist. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Let's go over to some of your comments. Here is Eskimo Brother. It says, today is a good day. Well, that's good.
What up, News Junkie?
Hey.
Hey, happy Thursday. I want to give a shout out
Friday,
to all
Saturday,
the Britneys
Sunday?
and all the Hannahs out here. It's y'all day today, so happy National Britney and Hannah Day. For all you Britneys out there.
True?
Sean, C-Lane, Sabrina. Y'all do such an amazing job.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I just wanted to say, I can't wait to get out of work today and start drinking.
Hey.
We out.
All right. He said today was National what in Britney Day?
Well, Hannah Day. No. Brittany and Hannah Day, it says.
Why is that a thing?
I think you just made it up.
I'm good.
Yeah. All right. Well, happy day to all the Britneys and all the Hannahs out there. And we appreciate you. As we go over to this one, here's Steinpecker with the dispatch.
It is
Sorry about that. Let me get rid of him.
Yeah,
And
just a friendly reminder, you can't curse on the radio.
yeah, and I know you said it's been a while since you said a dispatch, but just to get you back in the loop, all the rules still apply.
Yeah,
So,
and it might
you
be a
know,
while till you hear yours again because we can't trust you.
Yeah, not a big change in the world of the FCC since you were gone. So
Can't wait till their album drops.
try not to do that again. Hang on, got to give him a frowny face. Hate to do it to you. You can escape the world of the frowny face dispatchers, but for now, you're coming in gray instead of white. And Swilly is coming in yellow. We'll see if Swilly's dispatch is any good in a bit. But right now, Gen Z, you know, what's going on out there with some of these Gen Z folks? I can't believe these stories about you. I think the stories about Gen Z are written by boomers so as to make them look bad, because I seriously doubt that this is a big thing. But Gen Z folks, please do steer me straight on this and send me a dispatch and let me know if this is true. This says, over the summer, the ChatGPT-powered platform Janitor AI busted onto the scene. Its sudden popularity fueled by TikTok videos and Reddit posts of people engaging in sexual role play with the platform's plethora of user-generated bot personalities. They say the fictionalized personas range from handsome anime crushes to busty furry characters, and users create elaborate prompts directing how the bot should behave. One made-up personality is Arius, a quiet ghost from the 1800s who will only tell you how he died if you are his lover. He dislikes hell, Ouija boards, and meth and likes being around you because it makes him feel alive again. These things, these AIs, they say Gen Z people are falling in love with them. They're actually falling in love with the AI chatbots that are on this Janitor AI. Seriously doubt that's the case, with maybe a couple of exceptions out there, like 2 or 3 people actually think they're in love with this thing. But the thing that's wild about it is there's no guardrails. Like, this thing curses, it talks dirty.
Wow.
It'll say all kinds of things
Are
to you.
we sure it's AI and not some creep in a basement?
It's supposedly ChatGPT powered. You're so effing hot, he muttered, kissing along her neck again, reads one conversation with a himbo werewolf boyfriend named Milo Grayson. This is one of the people you could fall in love with. It says, I could fill you with my seed again and again. According to the AI, this is what these things are saying to these Gen Zers, and these folks are falling in love. One of the investors who has pitched on this idea, Martin Scarelli, the Pharmadouche guy. So that's where they're at. They reached 1 million users in 17 days. Now they have about 3 million users, and they said the people are falling in love with these AI chatbots. I don't know if I'm on board with this or if I'm believing it, but if you have experience and you know more about this, do let us know. Go over to the website on your phone, your laptop, wherever you are. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, we've got to get into this story about a judge who is in big trouble, and the reason why is super interesting, and I hope this happens a whole lot more. What's going on? Well, it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Boggy Creek Road at Lake Nona Boulevard. There's slowdowns due to an accident at State Road 436 at La Vista Boulevard, and delays due to an accident on Silver Star Road westbound east of Pine Hills Road. You can expect your regular delays on I-4 eastbound between Osceola Parkway and after State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show.
A new study from the Pentagon cites a new national security threat, and the inflation numbers are in, and they're ugly. I'm Mark Moss, helping you navigate the decentralized revolution. Listen to the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Folks, it has been a hot summer, finally cooling down a little bit, but it's very important that your air conditioner works perfectly every single time you want to use it, and that's pretty much around the clock, right? I strongly suggest you call Mills Air if you need any help at all. They are an old-fashioned business. They're locally owned and operated. They're family-owned and operated. A human being is going to answer the phone and schedule your very, very quick appointment. A technician who is one of the many great folks that are employed by Mills Air is going to come out to your house, fix whatever the problem is, and not try to rip you off. They are going to be fair and honest with you. That's what you're in the market for. That's why you love Mills Air. Certainly why I use them. Mills Air is a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, and they can get you access to some really big secret rebates, up to $1,275 off brand new Carrier units. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Coming to Hulu tomorrow and Saturday.
Don't miss our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
The biggest superstars from all genres of music on one stage.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
Stream it live only on Hulu.
You will not want to miss.
Tomorrow and Saturday, starting at 10 p.m.
Capital One is a proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Festival for the 7th year in a row, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
I need your help. I got this. Expendables 4 is definitely rated R. Little violent, perhaps? Jason Statham.
You almost killed me!
Sylvester Stallone.
You're welcome!
Expendables 4 in theaters Friday.
Mr. and Mrs. Flavor, thank you for joining us.
Great to be here. I'm Barry. I'm the flavor of Barry.
I'm Janet. I'm bitter.
You wanted to talk about your son. He's the flavor menthol?
Yes. He's the menthol in a menthol cigarette.
He's such a disappointment. Out there getting people addicted. Being used by big tobacco to target black people. He could have been a lozenge.
Menthol cigarettes are just as addictive as regular cigarettes and harder to quit. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
When you shop here, you win here. Score the Wing Drive at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Buy now and make no payments for 6 months. Get 0% APR financing on the best team of Nissans anywhere. Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com. Home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
Listen to Kelvin. What he's about to say could change your life.
I'm 6'2", and I was about 290. I lost weight fast. I trimmed down. Now I'm about 235. I'm probably at about 9, maybe 10% body fat. It's great. I lost probably at least 60 pounds in probably 3.5, 4 months. Color of my hair is coming back. Skin looks better. Obviously gaining muscle. My muscle mass is coming back. Thank you for providing an awesome product. Somebody who actually has and does what they say they will. That's awesome.
That's great, Kelvin. Losing that belly fat in less than 4 months is outstanding. Since 2004, Andro 400 has been changing men's lives, like Kelvin, and can help you lose belly fat, gain energy, and improve your lifestyle. We guarantee it. Go to andro400.com for more true testimonials, before and after photos, and special discounts. Only available on andro400.com. andro400.com.
Today's Central Florida job market is more competitive than ever, but don't be discouraged. Attend the Florida Jobs Now job fair Wednesday, October 11th, noon to 4 p.m. at the Orlando Science Center, and connect with over 70 recruiters right here in Central Florida, some even offering on-the-spot interviews. Your next career is right in front of you. Join us at the Florida Jobs Now job fair Wednesday, October 11th, noon to 4 p.m. at the Orlando Science Center, located at 777 East Princeton Street in Orlando. Get more info at floridajobsnow.com.
This fall, explore out-of-this-world flavors. Join Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex for the 2023 Taste of Space Fall Bites, October 2nd through November 5th. Experience a galaxy of new fall dishes at our restaurants. And be sure to check out the 3rd annual Mars-Teeny Shake-Off on October 6th. Visit KennedySpaceCenter.com for a full menu of these mouth-watering exclusive events. Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Look up.
Chief White House correspondent Kristen Welker joins me now.
From across the nation.
What is the #1 issue for you?
To the national stage.
And I welcome you to the final 2020 presidential debate.
When critical votes were counted.
Still too close to call.
And when power was held to account.
Is abuse of power an impeachable offense?
Kristen Welker met the moment. Now she joins Meet the Press as its new moderator.
If it's Sunday, it's Meet the Press.
Sundays on NBC.
Ugh, I don't have time for a cold.
Honey.
Honey?
You need DayQuil Severe Honey flavor.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honey-licious taste. Because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Now I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe Honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honey-licious. Power through your day, medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, this is Mike Wright from the Fantasy Footballers Dynasty Podcast. You heard that right. The Fantasy Footballers have officially entered the Dynasty space. Every week, we bring you the same in-depth analysis and entertainment you've come to expect from the Fantasy Footballers, only now it's from the Dynasty perspective. Join me and the rest of the crew every Wednesday for a new episode. Listen to the Fantasy Footballers Dynasty Podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
But it is on for sure. In my neighborhood, it is officially Halloween already. There are a lot of people who have already put up all their stuff.
This is Halloween.
Including my neighbor. My neighbor, Sabrina, already has the big, giant skeleton thing.
I got 3 on my street.
Really?
3 of them.
They have sold so many of those things. It's kind of astounding how popular they are.
I typically don't decorate until like maybe 1 or 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
But something's happening where I think this weekend I'm going to start throwing up some Halloween decor.
You might as well. Everybody is jumping the gun. And I'm telling you, walking around the neighborhood, it's like I think maybe 1 out of every 5 houses has Halloween stuff up already this far away. We're not even in the month of October yet. And they've got all this stuff up. And Courtney went to the grocery store the other day, and she sends me a picture back. And there was a car in the parking lot that had the stupid little stunt they do where it looks like you've shut a human being in the trunk of your vehicle. There's
Classic.
like a foot and a shoe hanging out or whatever. And Those are all over the place already, and people are just going for it this year. Earlier than ever, I think. Ardna says, my office is fully decorated for Halloween. If we now are at the point where it's like, hey, beginning of September, we go into Halloween mode. Halloween mode goes through the end of October. Then we switch over to Thanksgiving mode. And then that rolls for just maybe only the week of Thanksgiving or the whole month of November. Why not? And then, immediately after that, if not way before that, Christmas mode is engaged and we put up all the Christmas stuff for a while.
Well, I mean, the amount of Thanksgiving decorations is minimal compared to the Halloween, Christmas that's, you're sandwiched in between.
Right. All we have for Thanksgiving is like salt and pepper shakers.
Right. And some of the stuff that we have up right now that could be Halloween, but could also be fall. And that's kind of where your Thanksgiving stuff kind of goes in there, like fall. If you wanted to have some decorative gourds or something,
Actually, that's why the Halloween stuff kind of works if you just let it roll through, like the pumpkins and the little gourds that you get at the grocery store. It's insane that it's really started to explode so much in popularity. But one thing that's happening is in a lot of cities, they're putting bans through for the Halloween season that makes it illegal for you to possess things that otherwise it'd be no problem for you to possess. Like Beverly Hills, for instance, which is falling apart right now because of drug abusers and homelessness. And the place is a ghost town. Business after business is shutting down because California has failed policies on display for the world. But even though that's happening, they're still trying to crack down on the Halloween folks. They said the city of Beverly Hills has officially banned the personal possession of silly string or shaving cream on Halloween night. They're going to make it so people cannot have any silly string or shaving cream on Halloween night.
Stupid.
To create a safe, family-friendly environment, which is weird to me because anyone under the age of 21 will be prohibited from carrying the everyday items for 24 hours beginning October 31st at 6 a.m. They urge citizens to comply with the ordinance. The city staff will apparently be deployed throughout Beverly Hills to offer education before citations are issued. Why would they care so much about this? Hey, what is this, a Halloween movie? They got little kids running in the streets shooting silly string at one another? That's not what happens on Halloween. And Halloween is not when people are bad. People are bad on Cabbage Night. That's the night when people go rogue. Again? Cabbage Night is the night where it's like the devil side of Halloween. You're not trick-or-treating. You're just going out there and
people.
That would be a very, very advanced way to do it.
Wait, it's Cabbage Night before or after Halloween?
Look it up if you would, please, because I forgot.
This guy talking like he's the expert on Cabbage Night. He doesn't even know when it is.
Is it the same cabbage you use for St. Patrick's Day?
No, I don't. You could hold it over, but it's probably going to be a little bit rough at that point.
That would make for an even better night.
I think Cabbage Night is the night before Halloween, but I'm not positive. My mom always told me about this. My mom, I've talked about this previously on the show, where my mom would tell me, you have to stay in tonight. And I'd be like, why? And my mom would be like, it's Cabbage Night. Kids are going to be out there. They're going to be breaking the law. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want you to go to jail. It's like C-Lane's family keeping him away from New York City. My mom was like, Cabbage Night is dangerous. And I go, Mom, I think Cabbage Night is a thing in Vermont where I was born and where we came from. But I don't think there's a thing elsewhere. I don't know that people actually do this.
Night before Halloween, perhaps from the use of rotten cabbages in pranks, or some towns used to pile all the leftover cabbage from the fields and light a bonfire on the night before Halloween.
Yeah, so that's the night where...
Also called Mischief Night, but Cabbage Night sounds more fun.
Right, yeah, Mischief Night or Cabbage Night is the dangerous one, and that's when the silly string might want to be banned.
Also called Goosey Night.
Sounds so cool.
I like that the least of all of the options that we have right now. Okay, I told you there were some problems with a judge. I dig this problem. I think this is good. I think we need more of it. A 96-year-old U.S. federal appeals court judge was barred on Wednesday of this week from hearing cases for a year after a panel said she refused to undergo medical testing amid concerns that she is no longer mentally fit to serve on the bench. So this judge is a very powerful person, And this U.S. Federal Appeals Court judge is 96 years old.
Yeah, baby.
96 years.
I'm just happy I'm breathing.
If your grandma is 96, good for you. But guess what? Your grandma ain't what she used to be. Nobody at 96 is like, damn, I am in my prime right now. 96. You shouldn't be working anymore. You shouldn't be a judge. You shouldn't be in a powerful position in this country at 96 years old. Mandatory retirement ages. We need this for these important positions. The politicians, the folks who are judges, federal appeals court judges included. We need to have a mandatory retirement age on these people. And I think you could put that in the 70s, in the early 70s, maybe 75 at most, but 96 years old. Says it's the latest development in an unusually public and bitter fight over whether Judge Pauline Newman should continue to serve on the U.S. Court of Appeals. And they said there's some lawsuits over all of this. All they asked her to do was comply with this investigation into her mental fitness, where there would be a test to see how she's doing, because they think due to her behavior on the bench, she's not all there right now. And she's like, nah, I'm good. I'm 96 years old. Let the judge judge on. I'm doing just fine right now. And they're fighting over this. Good. Blow it up. Make this a bigger thing. Make this a bigger thing. If you're the greeter at the grocery store at 96 years old, fine. Who cares? What's the problem? If you drop dead, they'll just push you out of the way and put somebody else in your place. If you're a 96-year-old,
load you in one of the carts,
senile old lady who is a very powerful judge in the United States of America, no. We don't do this anymore. There's like an age range where you are in touch with the most Americans and can best represent the most Americans. And I'm sorry, ma'am, but you are out of it. And that is not something that we should be dealing with. All right, when we come back, the next episode coming up with Sabrina. What is coming up on the next episode?
Coming up on the next episode, as we wait for the results of the big meeting between Hollywood and SAG-AFTRA, ABC gears up for the 32nd premiere of Scabbing with the Stars. If you like some incredibly rare Beatles recording, all you need is love and a whole bunch of money. Plus, scientists have discovered 3 new species of spider that will boldly go where no man has gone before. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This week, win with the Jim Colbert Show. Win tickets to see Bush in concert November 14th at Hard Rock Live with Bad Wolves and Ava Under Fire. Tickets go on sale Friday, September 22nd, but you can win them before you can buy them on the Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today reaching the upper 80s with partly cloudy skies. Chance for showers and thunderstorms will be moving in mainly after 2-3 o'clock. You can expect heavy rain, frequent lightning, as well as gusty winds. Wake-up temperatures for your Friday will be in the low 70s, and then forecast highs reaching the mid-80s. I'm Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Have a great rest of your day.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show.
The G20 takes steps to tame the Red Dragon with a Biden plan to counter China's Belt and Road Initiative. I'm Mark Moss, helping you navigate the decentralized revolution. Listen to the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Saturday, September 23rd, it's Pitmasters and Pourers in Mount Dora, when ultimate barbecue meets bacon, beer, and smooth bourbon. Enjoy bacon and barbecue from local Pitmasters. Live music from Cat Ridgway, Sean Holcomb, Stephen Cardwell, and Bailey Callahan. Tickets are just $15. Sponsored by Yingling, City of Mount Dora, and Visit Lake. Pitmasters and Pourers, Saturday, September 23rd, 3 to 10 p.m. at Elizabeth Evans Park in Mount Dora. Go to cityofmountdora.com for tickets and info.
The Pepperoni Pizza Meatball Sub from Firehouse Subs is back. With Italian meatballs, extra provolone, and crispy pepperoni on a garlic bread roll. To top it off, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. The Pepperoni Pizza Meatball Sub, for a limited time at Firehouse Subs. At participating locations, Firehouse of America, LLC, and Firehouse Subs suppliers will together donate 0.09% of purchases in 2023 at Firehouse Subs locations with a minimum donation of $1 million.
Listen up. This is so easy. Do you want the most money for your used car? Of course you do. And a hassle-free process? Yeah, that's GiveMeTheVIN.com. Give Me the VIN will beat your written CarMax offer or write you a check for $100. It's that simple. And Give Me the VIN is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and thousands of online reviews. Get an instant cash offer and the most money for your used car right now at GiveMeTheVIN.com. America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
At 2J's, we'd like to thank everyone for voting in Orlando Weekly's recent Best of Orlando Awards. No need to worry about us getting a big head over winning the Best Diner Award. At 2J's, we'll earn your love every day by serving top-notch traditional favorites. From pastrami piled high on rye to classic comfort foods to made-from-scratch bakery treats, you can count on us. It's all served with love, right here in your neighborhood. Check out our menu at 2J's.com and join us for a delicious breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Thanks again from all of us at 2J's. It's simply great food.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Warning. If you are 60 or older, RSV can be a dangerous respiratory virus.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. This message is brought to you by Pfizer.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to inventhelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at inventhelp.com. InventHelp is a leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they have been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors received more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started. If you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next, contact your friends at InventHelp. For your free information, go to inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION.
Hear the latest news from the headlines on your phone. Download the free iHeartRadio app for exclusive live coverage of breaking news. From what's happening where you live to what's happening across the country. Live from the center of the story. Listen for free anywhere, anytime. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Ugh, I don't have time for a cold.
Honey.
Honey?
You need DayQuil Severe Honey flavor.
DayQuil Severe Honey gives you powerful cold and flu symptom relief with a honey-licious taste. Because life doesn't stop for a cold.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Now I'm getting a cold.
Honey.
Try DayQuil Severe Honey for powerful cold and flu relief. DayQuil Severe Honey flavor. The daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, fever, honey-licious. Power through your day, medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Don't miss our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
The biggest superstars from all genres of music on one stage.
T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas.
Stream it live only on Hulu.
Tomorrow and Saturday.
10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific.
Radio. 104.1.
Just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Real quick, tips at thenewsjunkie.com. And Nancy emails, she says, about the cost of flights. Because I was saying, Courtney and I were going to go to Mexico City on December 25th for Christmas, the trip that we generally take. And they said, Nancy said, hey, Sean, well, I'm a travel advisor, and I unfortunately can't really help you get a better deal on your flight to Mexico City at this point. What I would suggest is inputting your dates into Google Flight Tracker.
I was just going to tell you that.
You'll get email notifications when the price increases or decreases. I'm flying to Turks and Caicos for work next week. The flights were bouncing around between $350 to $1,100 and then back down to $400. The flight tracker will do a lot of the work for you, and hopefully you will get less expensive airfares than you have seen. Good luck and safe travel, says Nancy.
Yeah, you can set you can do your search, like what you would search for. Here are the days that I want to go, and then you could say these have to be nonstop. I think you can click a thing to avoid value airlines, your cheapo pay for everything airlines, and then you save the search and you create an email alert, and it tells you when the numbers change. And that's how I did our last flight to New York.
Yeah, it's a pretty good tool. I saw that when I was looking at some of the airfare yesterday, airfare prices. All right, let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I could fill you with my seed again and again.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode
turn around
with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. If you are refinancing, buying your first dream home, perhaps you're just getting the party started, and you want to work with somebody who, call this crazy, treats you like an actual person, then you got to start the process with That Mortgage Guy Don. Go to thatmortgageguyDon.com, and he is there to answer any of your questions, or there's a beautiful button right there on the website. Apply now and see if you're getting the best deal with the best man ever. ThatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with That Mortgage Guy Don.
Yeah. It was 18 years ago, 2005, a London to Washington flight. We were just talking about flights. Carrying Yusuf Islam, a.k.a.
Cat Williams?
Cat Stevens.
This is called Dev. Cat Stevens is right.
Wrong cat. I got the wrong cat.
Well, 18
that
years
would be
ago.
a hell of a team-up tour.
It was Cat Stevens 18 years ago. I was on the flight London to Washington. It was diverted to Bangor, Maine, after authorities realized that Cat Stevens was on the no-fly list. He was temporarily detained and then deported.
What
back.
song was that?
That was Another Saturday Night.
Oh,
that sounded like Jimmy Buffett or something.
That is Cat Stevens' most Jimmy Buffett sounding song. Is
Because
Another
the
Saturday
other ones
Night.
are so slow.
I think I've heard Jimmy Buffett sing Another Saturday Night.
Like, this guy right here got deported. Or,
that's really slow.
This guy right here got deported. Like, it's just nothing. Wild World. Get ready to see how wild this is, Cat?
Oh, that's a great song, though. You know this one, right?
Yeah.
I just needed some more energy, if you don't mind. Because that's exactly what they're going to bring. More energy on the 32nd season premiere of this show.
Dancing with the Stars.
That is right. Despite us getting into the 100.
That was all me knowing the theme to Dancing with the Stars, Sean.
I never would have got that.
I said scabbing with the stars. Because that's what they're doing. They're banging little scabs. We're entering into
how are you scabbing with this reality television?
Okay, first of all, let's take a breath here, gentlemen. And
You
let
threw
me
out
explain.
something. We're combating the thing that you said.
Can I finish the damn sentence? Didn't even get to the comma yet.
No.
The Drew Barrymore
No.
Show. All right. Where's Cat when I need him?
I don't hate that song.
Good. That's cool.
Don't be butthurt.
Oh, my God.
The Drew Barrymore Show, Jennifer Hudson Show, Bill Maher, they quickly backtracked after receiving appropriate backlash and or picketing for scabbing. However, as of right now, Dancing with the Stars will not trot back their decision to premiere their 32nd season on September 26th. how very few of them. Now, one of the writers, because they do have writers on Dancing with the Stars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they're not using them.
That it does mean that they are covered by WGA, so returning to air will be in defiance of the strike.
Where is this from? That whole thing is twisted.
How is it? While only one writer works on the show, that does mean that they are covered by WGA. How is that twisted?
They said when they said that they were coming back that they were going to forgo anything that required them to use writers. That's what the statement said. Maybe they're lying, but that seems at odds with what the story says.
Also at odds, the number of contestants who are members of SAG-AFTRA. Is that considered a scab move, gentlemen?
They're
Since
not
you're the
acting.
experts on it?
Yeah, I
They're
don't know.
not.
I mean, look, again, if the view is just rolling on and everybody doesn't care, why is this like? Why are these other places just?
Like if an actor went on Celebrity Jeopardy right now, are they acting? No, they're participating in a game show.
Are they getting
as long as
paid?
they weren't, as long as they're not promoting some product or like movie or TV show that they were working on.
Now, Celebrity Jeopardy usually goes towards charity. Is that the same with Dancing with the Stars? Does that go towards charity?
I don't know when it comes to Dancing with the Stars. I think they might actually get the money.
Well, the WGA West board member and Law & Order writer David Slack tweeted at contestants asking them to reconsider their decision by appearing on a WGA-covered show using scab writing. Anyone appearing on Dancing with the Stars will be emboldening the AMPTP, which stands for what?
The American Movie and Television
Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers to refuse to make deals while they wait to see if scab writing works, he wrote. Spears is donating her salary, that's Jamie Spears to be exact, from the show to striking writers and actors, which is nice, but maybe not participating would be nicer.
Hey, some of these folks who are involved in the writer's strike, it turns out, are a little bit annoying. A little bit much. A little bit like, hey, everybody has to stop working. I'm not coming at you. I'm coming at them. My target is not you. My target is the writer's strike people. Some of them that are stepping up and like really being antagonistic at anybody else who wants to create something right now. You're doing pretty well if you just chill out. Most people support you. Most people like you. Most people are thinking that you should get what is in your demands, but you're getting a little annoying. A little bit annoying.
Well, maybe that's the hard lesson that Stephen Fry learned because, well, I can't confirm any of this, and I'm actually just making it up. It just so happens that Stephen Fry is an actor. Mm-hmm. It just so happens that SAG-AFTRA is still on their strike, but hopefully that'll be over by the end of the day. And it also just so happens that he was rushed to the hospital after falling off a stage.
Ooh.
Coincidence? It actually is. The actor, 66, I think I sent you the video there on our chat. He was giving a speech at an AI and tech festival in London when the accident happened. He was exiting the stage at CogX Fest when he tumbled 6 feet off the edge.
My God, just fell straight down?
Sustained a rib and leg injury before being taken to the hospital. It is not clear whether the former QI host is still in the hospital.
So I got the link that you sent. I'm just trying to see where the
I thought there was a video
is.
of it.
If there is, I'm not seeing it. I'm sure I see lots of snapshots from it. Maybe they took the video down.
I also can't remember the last time I saw Stephen Fry anywhere. But
I only know Stephen Fry he's funny. He's a funny British guy. He's a gay dude, and
he loves technology.
I think he's just an overall really good speaker. So any kind of event wants to have him speak because
Not
he's
a good
public
walker,
speaker.
though.
Not in this case.
We have a bit of an update on the Lauren Boebert Beetlejuice battle. It's not really a battle, but
They were having a battle. Her and that dude on the first date were having a battle.
Boob versus hands. I don't know who won. He didn't get a second date, so I feel like he did not. But we now know his name. I don't know if you had mentioned it yesterday, but they have discovered, thanks to the powers that be on the internet, his name is Quinn Gallagher. And in all the irony, he is the owner of Hoochcraft Cocktail Bar in Aspen, Colorado. And you must be wondering, why is that a big deal? Well, it's because Hoochcraft Cocktail Bar is gay friendly.
Oh, that's why they got rid of him.
Oh, yeah. It's hosted a Winter Wonderland burlesque and drag show back in January. Uh-oh, trigger warning. And it's weird. How did they end up on a date considering Lauren's aggressive stance against the LGBTQ plus community. At one point, she said, "Take your children to church and not drag bars." Of course, that was right before she engaged in sexual acts at a family-friendly show. Alanis, do you want to take it away? Damn.
Alanis.
A little too ironic. Also, they are absolutely bombing his Yelp.
Oh, no.
With negative reviews.
What did he do?
Yeah, I guess he was. They were both being annoying. Let's be honest. Maybe just because it was with her. I find it so weird that afterwards she's like, "This is so cringe to me." Afterwards, she's like, found out that he was a Democrat, so no second date for him. He's a libtard or whatever. And I think,
you didn't know that before, sweet girl?
Seemed like in the video I saw, you guys were having a pretty good time. It seems
what
like
comes
maybe
first, political stance or boob grabs?
Oh, for a lot of people, political stance, I guess. It's like, we were really hitting it off, but gross. You're a different political affiliation.
I also thought it was because when she said, like, what was her argument about how she's a
extrovert or something
like that. She said that on OAN, I think, and then OAN's like, there's probably a lot of liberals in that crowd that just recognized you as that MAGA girl and wanted you out of there. Like, are you kidding me?
Of course. Now, his identification has led to his bar being reviewed bomb on Yelp with all sorts of nasty comments. Let's read them. We have, the owner is doinking 36-year-old Grandma Bobert.
Doinking?
Doinking. And I
all right, that's
directly
a new one.
Quoting.
It used to be boinking, I thought, but doinking I like.
Maybe doinking is just over the clothes stuff.
Oh, okay. Hold on, I'll look it up.
Grandma Bobert, who supported an insurrection against America, read one review, which had nothing to do with, the actual bar. "This place sucks unless you admire an owner that dates Boobert and causes a ruckus at a theater play," another reviewer wrote. Now, things have apparently gotten so bad for Gallagher and his bar that Yelp had to temporarily disable reviews.
Well, it says here, doinking. The word doinking is a synonym for having sex, to sleep with someone, effing, bang, and many others.
Hey, babe.
Example sentence. "Hey, dude, I was doinking this girl last night, and it was awesome."
See,
damn it.
Perfect. And print.
Feeding these to you today.
Yeah. Hey, babe, want to go get a quick doink in? Currently, the bar's Yelp page reads, "This business recently received increased public attention, which often means people come to this page to post their views on the news. While we don't take a stand one way or the other when it comes to this incident, we've temporarily disabled the posting of content to this page as we investigate. If you're here to leave a review based on a first-hand experience with the business, please check back at a later date." So there you go. Get your doink on. Oh, look at that. Time do be a flying. And perhaps this guy be a flying to space one day if he gets his way.
Ooh. Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks is right. And Tom Hanks is down to get dirty, if that means he can go to space. He recently spoke with, I believe, maybe People magazine, and he said he's willing to do all the onboard chores like cleaning toilets, serving food, folding clothes, and stowing the gear if there was room for him to go to space. "I'm your man," he says. "I would probably sign up right now. That might be a good idea. I'll do all of the work. That way the others could be free to do other stuff."
Now, I don't know if I've ever heard your answer to this. Would you go on one of those, like the space tourism things?
It gives me a lot of anxiety, man.
You don't like flying like I don't like flying, but you also are more willing to try out stuff like you did the stunt plane thing.
Yeah,
and
I love a good thrill.
If they said, "Look, this is only going to be like 10 minutes and you're going to be able to float around in space."
I'm for sure going to be safe.
You're going to be safe. We've done this many times before. We got backups on backups.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
Yeah, I think I would. I think I would YOLO it, but just talking about it brings up my BPMs a little bit. So given the opportunity, you might have to revisit that question. But for right now, hell yeah, I'll go to space. And
I would love to, but I've recently been Mila Kunis or Ashton Kutcher.
Have you?
What character letter did you write? I don't understand.
No, this has nothing to do with anything rapey. It was the fact that Mila told Ashton he wasn't allowed to go to space.
Oh, did Ashley tell you? Your wife tell you can't go to space?
Yeah.
Dang, I can't believe you guys had to have that conversation already. Do you remember the 21st night of September?
Yeah.
As if not, you can watch this on the boob tube. Thursday Night Football, baby. 49ers, and the Giants. We have Generation Gap on ABC, The Prank Panel on ABC, and All-Star Shore on MTV. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. Still a lot to get to on a very busy Thursday. Thanks for hanging out with us. And when we return, we've got to talk about something that's happening in England right now that is absolutely wild, and an update on people who watch television with the captions on. This is getting more and more common, and the latest numbers are just mind-blowing. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's about to get messy around here. Orlando City versus Inter Miami, Sunday, September 24th. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, they specialize in one-of-a-kind custom-designed jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for bumper-to-bumper traffic northbound on Boggy Creek Road due to an accident at Lake Nona Boulevard. Traffic is backed up past Simpsons Road. There's slowdowns due to an accident on the Greenway heading northbound at Landstar Boulevard, exit 14. You could expect your regular delays eastbound and westbound on I-4 between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, the host of Our American Stories, the show where America is the star and the American people. This week, we'll have the story of the first martyr of the abolition movement, Elijah Lovejoy. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
When the going gets tough, Ram trucks keep you going. Hurry in for great deals during Ram Power Days. Ram, built to serve. Now during Ram Power Days, current owners or lessees get $8,980 in total values on the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Don't miss this great offer. See your local Ram dealer today. Total values include combined cash allowance and $2,980 Bighorn Level B package value. Current vehicle must be registered at least 30 days prior to purchase. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 10/2/23.
Call Extreme Air and Electric. When you're in need, call the Extreme team.
Visit Extreme Air online today at extremeairandelectrical.com for special financing available on new home comfort systems. That's your hometown Train experts online at extremeairandelectric.com today. License EAC 1817433.
Call Extreme for your air and electric. When you're in need, call the Extreme team.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sean Kelly, the voice of the Gators, for my friends at IDC, International Diamond Center, the official jeweler of the Gators. IDC is the place I recommend to all my friends and everyone in Gator Nation for diamonds, engagement rings, and all of their fine jewelry needs. International Diamond Center is a Florida family-owned jeweler with worldwide connections to guarantee you the best value, period. I only partner with the best of the best, someone I can trust that will never disappoint someone that I send their way. Experience for yourself a mind-blowing selection, uncompromising quality with exceptional value, and ironclad warranties. And most important to me is their reputation for doing business with honesty and transparency. International Diamond Center, the place where the Gators get up and go for diamonds, engagement rings, fashion jewelry, and Swiss timepieces. Store locations, hours, and more at shopidc.com.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar, solarsource.com/monsters.
Hey, Central Florida, it's time to up your standard of driving. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Are you sick of driving a car you hate? Raise the bar in a nice new car and lower your monthly payment at the same time. Used cars from just $69 per month. New cars from just $129 per month. Raise the bar and I'll get more for your old car. We'll pay up to $5,000 over appraised value for your clunker. Is your credit score lower than you like? We will help you get approved. That's what makes us your car dealer next door. Give it a try. I'm raising the bar and making my best offer ever. Like brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2024 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. Plus, check out our certified used cars. Monthly payments from just $69 per month. Trade-ins will pay over appraised value. So get here quick. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Mirage 9900 72 months. 2.9 APR. $9 down. $249 payment plus tax tag fees. Max trade incentive based on purchase.
Did you know that the air inside your home could be making your family sick? Don't guess it, test it. Visit airqualityassessors.com and schedule an air quality assessment. Or call 844-CALL-AQA. That's 844-CALL-AQA. Don't guess it, test it.
Every day, you breathe in thousands of microscopic germs, allergens, and viruses. Don't let these invisible invaders make breathing through your nose impossible. Flush them out with Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril around the back of the nose and out the other nostril, helping flush out all the nasty things that make you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Cindy, a verified Navage user who writes, I've had such awful nasal congestion for the last couple years. I bought Navage and OMG, I can breathe again. I love this thing. Goodbye, Neti Pot. Hello, Navage. End quote. If you suffer from sinus congestion, allergies, or snoring, then Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Navage is at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
those stomach issues ruined your birthday?
You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa?
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist. Ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years, it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Here's the recap. Sutherland Nissan Orlando is your 2023 Global Nissan Award winner.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because clients and character matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
thenewsjunkie.com, and Chris emails the show. He says, hi, Sean. I'm catching up on the podcast late this evening, and I heard you discussing Randolph White. You guys remember who Randolph White is? Maybe he was on the show yesterday.
The Screamer guy.
Yeah, the guy who saw the F-35 that went missing, and we'll talk about that in a second with a wild update about it. But he was the guy who said, it sounded like a difference between a whiz and a buzz.
I got it here.
Or whatever he said his name was.
A screeching, between a screech and a whistle.
Still love this guy. They said his excellent mimicry of the crashing F-35 jet outside his house was great. I saw this music video somebody slapped together, mixing Him with Jump Around by House of Pain, and I thought you might appreciate it. I've got it. I have not seen this yet or heard it. Let's see if this came out good, if this was a good mix.
And I heard a screeching, between a screech and a whistle. What in the world is this? And I heard a boom. And I heard a screeching, between a screech and a whistle.
I was waiting. That was perfect. I love that.
I was wondering where they were going to work that in.
Oh, that's smart.
Oh, that's good.
What in the world is this? And I heard a boom.
He almost hits the same exact note when he gets to that. That's good. All right, thank you for the email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. So lots of questions about this missing F-35 that costs upwards of $100 million. And the latest update that we heard from the Air Force was that there was now an official reason for why the pilot ejected his way out of the plane, and they left it on autopilot. And they said that the pilot ejected because of weather. And I don't understand that at all.
I have never heard of that. Granted,
You're in
I'm
a
no
fighter
pilot.
jet.
Exactly. And you also have the radar to avoid said weather unless...
Or you have communication with somebody who can tell you, hey, go over here instead. The weather is the reason you ejected from $100 million aircraft? If we're on a
it's
flight...
$180 million aircraft.
If we're on a flight across this country and a commercial aircraft, you'll have people that'll tell you, look, yeah, I know the turbulence is bad, but it's really, the plane's just bouncing around. It's like being on a bumpy road. They say no amount of turbulence could break the wings on this plane. They say, there's no big threat to anything here. What kind of weather threat is enough that you would eject out of a fighter jet?
And you're not ejecting at full speed, I imagine, or you die. So that gives you enough time to slow down and eject yourself. Should there not be enough time to see that there is a weather pattern you can't fly through?
I have no idea.
Did they take that
honestly.
excuse, or that's all he said, and they're still investigating on why it happened?
One of the stories is in front of me here, and it says F-35 pilot ejected from $100 million jet over South Carolina due to, quote, bad weather, as experts reveal why the plane couldn't be tracked. And it says the pilot who ejected from a $100 million F-35 fighter jet claimed to have lost the plane in the weather. Lost the plane in the weather? What are they talking about? And likely bailed out before he could activate its tracking system, they said. He's unsure of where his plane crashed. He just lost it in the weather. Okay, I could see that he lost the plane in the weather if the weather was really bad and the plane flew off into the distance and you can't see the plane that's flown away from you
And
because
all
of
of a sudden you're
storms.
like...
But if that's the reason why you're saying it, says military officials have not yet released a specific reason for the pilot's hasty exit. Well, that's what you're saying in the title, only referring to the incident as stemming from a malfunction. Longtime military aviation expert and consultant Richard Abulfia told the Post the pilot was likely operating the stealth fighter without any tracking capabilities activated and ejected before he could do so. If you turn on the onboard device, it would be easily trackable, but this is a stealth aircraft. If you don't turn that particular device on, it's going to be hard to make contact. Most likely he or she did not have a lot of time to react. And so thank God we had our friend there on the ground who saw the F-35 and found out where it crashed and made that epic noise that's now made him the latest viral sensation. Love that guy. What a character. Sea-Lion, you would love to do this.
All right.
Is a brand new game that people are playing. And if you'd like to play, I'm up for it.
But I'm glad I didn't say what I thought in my head.
This game is called Can It Kirkland? And
yeah,
if those of you who live in a state where there's a Costco, if those of you would want to play this, I am all for this because Costco's internal brand, their generic brand is called Kirkland, and it somehow has become really popular. And people wear shirts for Kirkland. They have I don't know, Celine, you got more experience with this. Maybe you do, Sabrina. The liquor store, is it just a couple of bottles that they have the Kirkland version, or does Kirkland do lots of different versions of alcohol?
I think they have a generic version for most of the major liquors, but don't quote me on that. But there's also like a lot of talk about how the rumor is that the Kirkland vodka you get is the same as Grey Goose, if they call it the Kirkland French-style vodka, or Kirkland American-style vodka as Tito's or something like that.
Because it's distilled the same amount of times?
They say it's in the same distillery. I don't know how accurate that is, but everybody says it.
I've heard that too, and people will just rave about Kirkland's brand. Can It Kirkland is a TikTok series where a group of pals drink Costco-branded booze and name-brand booze to see if they can tell the difference. And they've done this all over the place. And they say it's called Can It Kirkland. They've even got a theme song for it.
They have Costco in all the states where we broadcast.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah.
All right, so you probably know Kirkland brand then. And so all the different types of alcohol, C-Lane's saying, they have their own brand. And it's usually really good. And it's a lot cheaper than the name brand one, which is kind of wild to think about. I don't know. I've changed my opinion on a lot of this stuff in the last 5 years or so. I used to buy the jeans that I used to wear were super expensive. They were like $200-something for a pair of jeans.
And Lucky brand or something?
No.
Express.
No.
Express for Men.
It was Express for Men for sure.
It wasn't. I can't think of the name of the jeans right now. Joe jeans are one of them that I used to wear, but there's another one. Anyhow, Courtney will probably
that doesn't sound expensive. Joe jeans.
Look them up. They are. And the other ones that I wore were even more expensive. They're like $215, $220.
I wear Steve shirts, and my gosh, my credit card has never been so maxed.
But then I started to find versions of them that were the same exact thing, but cheaper. Like I started wearing Muggsy jeans because Muggsy jeans were the exact same thing as the other ones that I was wearing, but they only cost at the beginning like $60 or $80. Now those are up to like $100.
I told you guys before that when I worked for like a clothing company and we had like a big shipment of hats, and it came from the same place that they made at the time. It was very big. Von Dutch, I think, was super in, and like the difference between one of our hats and the Von Dutch, it was the lack of logo.
Right. Yeah. There's just like sometimes you go, what am I doing? I'm wasting my money here.
Right.
I'm spending money on all this. The jeans I'm wearing right now. Look at this. Let me show you.
Please
jeans
don't.
I'm wearing right now. Every bit the same.
Your
as the other
zipper's down.
jeans. No, it's not. I looked first. I checked. These are Amazon jeans, and it literally just says Amazon on the back of them. I'm like, all right, fine.
Mine are Target jeans, and they're the only ones that I just feel comfortable with. Every once in a while, Amazon, I will order some, and I'm like, can't wait to wear you. And then I never do. Because once you find a good pair, you wear them until you wash them.
Pretty sure I got these shorts at Costco, the ones I'm wearing right now.
You know
and
what?
The shirt I got from the radio station for free, so I'm really dressed cheaply today.
Page jeans are the ones that I used to wear. Page jeans. And they're great, but these are like the same exact thing. And so now I'm in this spot where like, if stuff is supposed to be expensive, I'm happy to pay the money for it. Like if there's a really expensive restaurant, but it's a next level experience, 100%, I'll pay the money. I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. But I don't want to get ripped off. I don't like when you pay too much and you go, why is this much money?
You pay too much.
I see this for stuff like, what is it, the Birkin bags that they have?
No, it's stocks, Birkin stocks.
No, Birkin.
Those are for lesbians. You're talking about the bags that are like $20,000.
Yeah, insane.
Put them in a lineup. Put them in a lineup, and I could, with a gun to my head, could not tell you which one was a Birkin bag. I can tell you like Louis Vuitton because it has the symbol on it.
The logo, right. But if I was to say to you, look at this rapper with his necklace that cost $100,000, you might go,
sense.
You might say, well, that necklace is stupid. But guess what? It's made out of things that are worth money. Like the gold is worth money, the diamonds are worth money. And so the necklace will retain some sort of value. When I look at the bag for $20,000, I go, what the?
Wow, dude.
Did you have some Kirkland before the segment?
What the hell would
You said
push somebody to buy this item? I absolutely don't understand it. But here we are regardless.
That's what Jack Bradshaw's doing right now.
I hit the brakes right at the right time there. There is a big protest going on in England right now, in Birmingham, and it's all over the thing we talked about the other day, where they're working on banning that breed of dog, the Mass XL, the XL Bully is the name of the dog breed that they're trying to get rid of in England, because they said it's like more apt to be violent or whatever. And we looked up this dog. They're crazy looking. They look kind of like pit bulls or something, but they're ripped. They look like they have muscles and like six packs and stuff. And they were starting to get at least some level of popularity in the UK. And they said this is going to show people how gentle the breed really is, amid plans to outlaw it after a spate of attacks, they say. These owners, claiming their dogs are loving and pose no danger to others, and hundreds of thousands, have also backed calls to save the breed by signing an online petition. Online petitions always work, right? Yeah, those are always super duper successful, very good use of your time. I can't say too much about this. I have to be careful because Courtney is an online petition signer. She signs many of them.
And one of those days, what she signed will come to fruition.
I don't know. It's always like a TV show that she falls in love with, and then they cancel it, and the next season doesn't come out.
That's happened more than changing the national anthem to Party in the USA.
I would have been behind that one. I would have been on board with that, but everybody backed off, I guess. Well, let's go to a couple of dispatches real quick. Here is Barbarino talking about Subway for some reason. Okay, let's see what you have to say, Barbarino.
Sean.
Yeah?
Sabrina C-Lane, hope that today is a happy one.
Yeah,
but,
you too.
Just listening to a commercial during the break.
What?
I guess that was you. We'll see if that comes out. But
this guy, he's just bobbling
this
his
guy
way.
has lost control over his telephone.
He's trying to make it through a dispatch. He's got rejoins playing. I don't know what's going on where he is. I'm going to leave you there, Barbarino. Next time you'll be on point, though.
Oh, Barbarino.
Here's Vanilla Dirt talking to us.
Hey, news junkies, Vanilla Dirt here. So, talking about doinking, the term doink actually stands for joints. There used to be this really big guy on Instagram that I would have viral videos saying smoking big doinks with the Amish, and he'd just be in a cornfield somewhere with a big old joint.
Mm-hmm.
So doink for me means it's time to smoke.
Wait, side question. Do Amish people get high? Is that a thing?
God, we don't have time for this.
They probably grow their own.
I feel like Amish people would be against drugs, probably.
Do Amish people smoke?
Except when they're on their Rumspringer.
Wait a second. I'm going to really expose how ignorant I am when it comes to Amish people. Amish is more than just like a heritage thing. It's a religion too, correct? Like there's a religious aspect to being Amish, right?
I think that there's a particular religion they follow, but I don't think it's just the Amish religion. I could be completely wrong. But it seems like I don't even know
they
where
just
to
don't seem
start
like
with
the
this.
type to get high, right? When you look at the Amish people.
Reddit says, from what I've learned, the society is not a fan. You'll get in trouble with the elders if you smoke or grow it.
Ooh.
But the young Amish love this stuff.
Nice. There they go. All right. They're making some changes in the world of the Amish. Okay. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, you and your dispatches, go to thenewsjunkie.com and leave us your first dispatch right now. Actually, we can work in one more, I think,
Well, I
or
want
two.
to learn about the Amish now.
Okay, let me look this up. Hold on. I had no idea. I just don't know about the Amish world. There was that show that I heard of many times that I wanted to watch and I never ended up getting to.
Return to Amish.
Yeah, where they would go off on the thing where they kind of experience life outside the Amish world. They are Anabaptist Christian church followers. They are Swiss-German in origin, and they are known for simple living, plain dress, Christian pacifism, and slowness to adopt many conveniences of modern technology. That's what they're all up to in the Amish world.
All right.
I do think they have pretty healthy lifestyles overall from some of the stuff that I've seen. But all that at the risk of not, like, I don't seem like they stink to me, but all that at the risk of not having all the cool technology that we have. Oof.
I mean, do they have radios?
Nah,
Would they even listen to like our show ever?
There is a thing that I've seen before where Amish people have tricks, just like
like kickflips?
Like the Jews.
No, yeah, like the Hasidic Jews.
Yeah,
have,
where the
tricks.
Where they're not supposed to. The Jewish people aren't supposed to push buttons on the Sabbath.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So at their buildings, like in areas where there's a lot of Jewish residents, the buildings, the elevators stop at every floor constantly. So they can walk in and ride without pressing any buttons.
And they get themselves a little bit of a loophole there. That's what they do. I think the Amish have some loopholes too. Like they can ride their horse and buggy to this particular place. And at that place, there's a telephone and internet. And because it's not on their land, it's not doing something bad. And they can like take Ubers from there.
I think it's kind of like the Mormons, where you have your kind of New Age Mormons that don't do all the polygamy and stuff, and then like because they kind of denounce that practice, but then you have the really really old school ones that are like, nope, I'm marrying everybody.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Pull
different
that clip,
cultures
please.
like that.
I want to play it.
We want to hear from you too, so send us one of those dispatches. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com to record yours now. We have to talk about this subtitles issue, which is getting worse and worse and worse out there. We got jury duty coming up and a whole lot more. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
If Twitter is imploding, we're going along for the ride. Join us at Real Radio 1041 on Twitter, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Innovation Way between the Beach Line and Alafaya Trail at Pope Street. There's heavy delays due to an accident on Boggy Creek Road heading northbound at Lake Nona Boulevard. Traffic is backed up to Simpson Road. You could expect your regular delays eastbound and westbound through the city on I-4 between Robinson Street and Princeton Street. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa has pizza. Wawa has pizza, and it's freshly made. Wawa has pizza until 3 a.m. Brought to you by Wawa, who now has pizza starting at 4 p.m. Wawa has pizza. Gotta have a Wawa.
Coming to Hulu tomorrow and Saturday.
Don't miss our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
The biggest superstars from all genres of music on one stage.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
Stream it live only on Hulu.
You will not want to miss.
Tomorrow and Saturday, starting at 10 p.m.
Capital One is a proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Festival for the 7th year in a row, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Country Wayne on September 22nd and 23rd. Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions: line cook, cocktail servers and waitstaff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call us at 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
Did you know that the Hartford sells small business insurance? Now you do. For over 30 years, they have been helping to protect small businesses just like yours. To learn more, find an independent agent, or get a quote, visit thehartford.com/smallbusiness. That's thehartford.com/smallbusiness. The Hartford is the Hartford Financial Services Group, Inc., and its property and casualty subsidiaries, including issuing company Hartford Fire Insurance Company. Its headquarters is in Hartford, Connecticut.
Jeep Adventure Days is going on now. Hurry in for great deals on a great selection of Jeep brand vehicles. Well-qualified returning FCA lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x2 for $409 a month for 39 months with $2,999 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Chrysler Capital. Current lease must end by 9/30/24. Extra charge for miles over 32,500. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 10/2. Jeep is a registered trademark.
It happens every day. Regular people are winning every single day. Whether it's $500 or $50,000, anybody can win. Because when they win, I feel like I'm winning.
Hi, my name is Kong. I won over $100,000 playing Baccarat. You can pick banker or player. If you pick the right side, the odds in your favor.
My name is Janelle, and I won a brand new BMW. I screamed, I hollered.
Anybody could win at Seminole Hard Rock, Tampa.
Must be 21 to play slots or table games. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
The Home Depot and Behr are there for pros and now offer same-day or next-day delivery on top-rated Behr paints, stains, and primers. Get the most trusted paint brand in America delivered straight to your job site and spend less time stressing and more time painting. Contact a Behr Pro Paint Specialist to schedule your paint delivery today. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limitations may apply. Not available in all markets. See store for details. Ranked most trusted paint brand based on 2023 Life Story research.
Hi there. I'm Mia. I'm Air.
You're Air?
Yeah. I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. Little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
The pepperoni pizza meatball sub from Firehouse Subs is back. With Italian meatballs, extra provolone, and crispy pepperoni on a garlic bread roll. To top it off, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders. The Pepperoni Pizza Meatball Sub, for a limited time at Firehouse Subs. At participating locations, Firehouse of America, LLC, and Firehouse Subs suppliers will together donate 0.09% of purchases in 2023 at Firehouse Subs locations with a minimum donation of $1 million.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
Those stomach issues ruined your birthday.
You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa.
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
if these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist. Ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I need your help. I got this. Expendables 4 is definitely rated R.
Little violent, perhaps?
Jason Statham.
You almost killed me!
Sylvester Stallone.
You're welcome!
Expendables 4 in theaters Friday.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Updates us on the Amish. We were talking about the life of Amish people, which is a whole different world. Amish can use natural gas and propane, nothing electric. The fireplaces they used to sell on TV were voodoo powered by the devil, Randall says. I can't talk about Amish people for too long because some of my Amish takes are a little too spicy for the show, I would think.
The way Randall typed that, though, he didn't say Amish can use, so I thought he was trying to tell us that the Amish harvest natural gas and propane, and they can it.
They're rich. A lot of them are very, very wealthy.
But where does that money go? Just passed down generations to generations?
Yeah, I think so. But what they started to do is they realized that people who aren't Amish look upon the Amish people like, oh, what a simple, amazing people. And so they said, well, let's start selling Amish butter and Amish this and Amish that. And
yeah,
so
suckers.
They sell like furniture that they make, and some of them are super rich. And
you want us to ask about your hot take about the
No.
Amish?
I'm going past it. I'm not putting this out there. We probably got some Amish people.
I want to know the hot take. I want to know the hot take.
I mean, let's guess what the hot take is.
What do you think it is?
Amish people are stupid.
Why would I say that?
Amish people, it's a scam.
No, it's not a scam.
A hot take. Does that have something to do with their appearance?
Maybe.
Physical appearance?
Let's just say if you had a room with
you don't think there's any hot Amish people. You don't think that
That's not really a
you don't
hot
think
take.
there exists any effable Amish people.
If you had a room full of the 100 ugliest guys in the United States of America, 99 of them are Amish. I mean,
what about their women?
The women, it's hard to tell. I mean, there's a lot of clothing going on there, and they're kind of, I don't know. They're like, is dowdy a word? That's a word, right? Dowdy?
Sure.
They're kind of like
the last name.
I don't know. It just I should get away from this. We'll go over to your dispatches in a moment. Just think, some of the Amish dudes are really not lookers. They're just not the cream of the crop. But somehow they find somebody and they still fall in love. So good for you, Amish guys. Please don't send me a lot of hate mail. There is more and more popularity in the world of Americans who are using subtitles for TV shows and movies. We talk about this whenever this comes up in the news, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. Now, when we first started bringing this up, it was about Gen Z people. People in Gen Z, a large percentage of them watch television all the time with subtitles on. And I think there's like this weird knee-jerk reaction to anything Gen Z from boomers and millennials. And it's like, these idiots, they're too stupid to be able to understand what's going on the TV. And I think there's something much bigger at play here that we've made mention of before. And that is all of a sudden, they adopted this style of speaking in dramatic television shows and movies in particular, where they said real people don't talk like they talk in the movies and TV. They don't enunciate all of the words as much as you would if you were on the radio or an old-timey television show. And they said real people talk and the words are more mushed together and it's harder to understand. And that became a style of acting. And honest to God, there's not a week that goes by where Courtney and I aren't sitting on the couch watching a movie. We watch a movie almost every single night. And
you're crazy.
Almost always, at least once a week, we were watching a movie. We have to go back and say, what did this person just say? Because there's a line in the movie. It's like,
and I never, until moments like this on the radio when we're talking about it, that remember the feature C-Lane talks about, where you ask your remote to just go back.
Yeah.
And then they put subtitles on just for that moment, right? If you ask them like what they just said.
I don't know how they all work, but on Apple TV for me, if I say go back 30 seconds or something, or if I say, what did he just say or what did she just say, it'll go back 15 to 20 seconds or something like that, and then it'll put the captions up for a short time, and then it takes the captions off.
Now, I've been captioning a lot recently, and I've never considered myself a subtitle person. There's even moments where I tell myself I'm going to turn it off as soon as I'm done with a show or movie, but here I am doing it again. I'm 50-50 with, can I stop reading it for like the entire time? Like just when I need to, I can look down, but how long have I been reading is what I'll say to myself every once in a while.
The thing I think that's so important is if it's one of these complicated television shows, just to toss something out there, say it's like Lost or what was the TV show we talked about yesterday or the day before?
Westworld.
Westworld. Let's say it's Westworld. And you're watching it and you need to know everything that's going on. Or I kind of wanted to do it for Silo because I wanted to hear like every word that the person was saying. And you kind of do absorb it better when the captions are up there.
Yeah, it's that makes sense because we did have a story, I don't know, it might have been a couple of years ago by now, but we had a story that said that you absorb information from a book better if you read it while listening to the audio book.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's two inputs there at the same time, kind of hammering everything home.
That makes sense. Staley on YouTube says, I can't watch a movie with the subtitles on. All I do is read it and not actually watch. It's so annoying. Whereas Steven says, I watched The Office with subtitles and I caught jokes that were mumbled or in the background that I didn't notice before. It's just a lot of people who are getting into this.
But sometimes whoever's behind like subtitle technology, sometimes they'll mess it up where they will put out like the entire paragraph, almost spoiling what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Of that person. So,
and then I see what you're saying. Yeah. So like before it's said, they'll put it up and then you see it before. Yeah. You don't want that. It's got to be done in such a way that it's like almost real time and then nothing is spoiled. Because I agree with you. That's not good.
Speaking of getting the joke like that that's been there the whole time and you never really kind of latched onto that before. I was watching an old episode of Parks and Rec and I like when they do this where they have these jokes that carry on. Like, they'll never revisit it until seasons later. And there's an episode of Parks and Recreation where Leslie goes out on a date with Will Arnett.
Yeah.
And he's an MRI tech that loves talking about MRIs. And he's really weird. She says she's never had one, so he brings her in to get an MRI. And he's, like, commenting on her body. And he's telling her, like, yeah, you got a real good oven there. You probably are going to do triplets right off the bat. I mean, you got a real good, and she like gets uncomfortable and leaves. She has triplets seasons later. And I was like, that's a great callback.
Didn't Arrested Development do a thing where one of the characters was like, you mother, and then started the F word, and then it was a commercial break point, and then like later on in the series, they cut back to him saying the rest of it.
It wasn't a commercial break point. It was a flashback, and it was the thing that one of the dispatchers brought up yesterday. It was the suit thing, where it was same character too, Will Arnett, or same actor, talking about how expensive the suits are, and they cut off when he said, and then later on in the episode in a flashback, he goes, King $6,000 suit. Come on!
I love that.
They had that series had so many. That one did not last in a non-DVR, non-rewatchable setting.
Yeah,
sure.
There's a lot of stuff that's like secretly like weaved
you had to
into
watch
that.
So many times to get all the jokes.
If this SAG-AFTRA thing ends this week, do you think that they've had 140-something days to come up with brilliant new TV shows or sitcoms? Or are we about to hear some trash?
I hope so. I actually don't agree with, like, people when they're talking about the writer strike stuff, there's so many people, I think they tend to be like right of center people who are like, screw them in Hollywood, suck these people. There are, like, it's such a weird thing to say. There are obviously a lot of super talented writers in Hollywood. Is there garbage? Yes, there's garbage too. Of course there is. But remember the guy we talked to who wrote John Wick and King of the Hill? That's a different guy. Both of those guys that we talked to. We talked to the guy who had written a bunch of scripts for some of these movies, and then the other guy who wrote a bunch of TV shows, including Modern Family and stuff. It's like, if you think that these people aren't smart and witty writers when they're writing some of these great shows, you're out of your mind. And I guarantee you have a show that's like your favorite show. The reason your show is your favorite show is because of the writers. 100%. They could do the best acting in the world. They could have the best animation in the world. But if the writing is not there, it doesn't do anything. So I always think that's a stupid take. Sure, there's some people that are annoying out in Hollywood, but I think that's a weird one. Okay, when we come back, jury duty, that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
This is Clay Travis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Week 3 of the NFL season kicks off tonight with the Giants visiting the 49ers. DraftKings line has San Francisco favored by 10.5. Buccaneers cornerback Carlton Davis remains iffy at best to play Monday against Philly because of his toe injury. DraftKings line has the Bucs as 4.5-point underdogs in that one. And the Rays and Angels will wrap up their series this afternoon at the Trop. Zach Eflin starts on the hill for Tampa Bay. I'm Scott Davidson.
From the versatile EQB to the sublime EQS sedan, Mercedes-Benz makes electric extraordinary. The vehicle's all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. The choice is yours. Learn more. MBUSA.com/EQ.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to InventHelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at InventHelp.com. InventHelp is a leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they have been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors received more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started. If you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next, contact your friends at InventHelp. For your free information, go to InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's InventHelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally need to pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine marble, all those beautiful colors, but it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas, and next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com.
Every day, you breathe in thousands of microscopic germs, allergens, and viruses. Don't let these invisible invaders make breathing through your nose impossible. Flush them out with Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril around the back of the nose and out the other nostril, helping flush out all the nasty things that make you miserable. Nearly 4 million people use Navage to breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. People like Cindy, a verified Navage user who writes, "I've had such awful nasal congestion for the last couple years. I bought Navage and OMG, I can breathe again. I love this thing. Goodbye, Neti Pot. Hello, Navage." End quote. If you suffer from sinus congestion, allergies, or snoring, then Navage is the safe, drug-free solution you've been looking for. Navage is at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and Navage.com. Navage. Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, Central Florida, it's time to up your standard of driving. RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Are you sick of driving a car you hate? Raise the bar in a nice new car and lower your monthly payment at the same time. Used cars from just $69 per month. New cars from just $129 per month. Raise the bar and I'll get more for your old car. We'll pay up to $5,000 over appraised value for your clunker. Is your credit score lower than you like? We will help you get approved. That's what makes us your car dealer next door. Give it a try. I'm raising the bar and making my best best offer ever. Like brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2024 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. Plus, check out our certified used cars. Monthly payments from just $69 per month. Trade-ins will pay over appraised value. So get here quick. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Mirage 9900 72 months. 2.9 APR. $9 down. $249 payment plus tax tag fees. Max trade incentive based on purchase.
The Petrified Forest presents Storytime Sled House, an all-new Halloween attraction featuring 3 terrifying trails for one low price. Select nights in September and October. Buy tickets now at petrifiedforest.com.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-522-5700. 800-522-5700.
Start saving on the road with Valero's 100 Days of Summer. Get fuel-saving snacks, swag, and more every day all summer long. Only with Valero Pay Plus. Download the app and start saving right now. Additional terms and conditions apply.
This Saturday, join global citizens, artists, world leaders, corporate leaders, and philanthropists for Global Citizen Festival 2023, starring Red Hot Chili Peppers, Miss Lauryn Hill, Jungkook, Anita, and more. Watch live on the Global Citizen app. Listen on Global Citizen Radio with the free iHeartRadio app, and join the global movement ending extreme poverty this Saturday, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Stupid people on the internet. Just brain rot as far as you can see. And I see there's a bunch of people finally speaking up about San Francisco. And don't get me wrong, San Francisco is a beautiful city. I love San Francisco. My sister lived there for several years, and I went and visited her right in the heart of downtown San Francisco. Their Museum of Modern Art is fantastic. The views around the city are beautiful. There's lots of fun things to do, like go to Fisherman's Wharf or go to Alcatraz. It's really cool because it's very hilly, and you're also only like 15 or 20 minutes when you're in the center of San Francisco in the city. Within 15 or 20 minutes, you can get to the Redwood Forest, which is like, you don't usually see a place that's so out there in the wilderness, so close to a place that's so in the middle of a city. And so there's lots of cool things about San Francisco that I totally dig. But the politicians that these morons have elected over the last, 40 years, 50 years or so, have put them in the state of affairs that they see right now, with homeless people everywhere, drug use everywhere. And the worst part that they're dealing with right now is all of these smash and grab robberies on people's cars. Like, if you live in San Francisco, the odds that your car has been broken into is incredibly high. It happens all the time right now.
And what are you smashing and grabbing at this point? I feel like they would probably, how do I put it? Like, that stat would go down because people in San Francisco would learn that their cars are being broken into, or just nonstop the whole year.
That's kind of where one of these takes actually goes, and it's weird to me that they view this as a solution to this problem. Well, it's not what you're saying exactly, but we'll get into it in a moment here. So have you seen any of the videos where there's somebody, it's usually like a group of people, like organized, and they'll get out and they'll have these little like baton things, and there's a whole line of cars parked along the side of the road, and they'll just go smash, 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 smash. And they'll knock the windows out of like 10, 20 cars in a row. And then they've got other people that are working with them.
Why not? Why? Oh, because they have another crew ready to scoop up everything else?
Yeah, somebody else is like reaching in and grabbing stuff. There's a bag here. There's a suitcase here. There's, this and that in this vehicle. And somebody responding to how bad this issue is getting said, just as the government in the 1980s launched a massive buckle up campaign to retrain drivers and passengers to use seatbelts, we need as a city to pound in every way possible the message to visitors, do not leave anything in your car. Do this and we'll dramatically reduce car break-ins. So the solution is to have a huge campaign to tell everybody, hey, when you come to beautiful San Francisco, there's so many smash and grab robberies that you need to make sure you never have anything in your car. That's weird. It's weird to think that way. Here's what you do. If you go and arrest all the people who are breaking into these vehicles, they will stop doing it. If you have fines and punishments and all these things for people who repeatedly break into these vehicles, because these are not poor people. These are not people who are like desperate and are beaten down by the economy. They're people who are involved in organized crime. And they're taking advantage of a lot of policies that they have in San Francisco, which are lax on prosecuting this stuff. You should go out there and prosecute those people so they stop doing it. This is happening far too much in these cities. And I think in so many ways, like the policy of being soft on crime is so unpopular. Like people do not like that stuff. They want their things to be secure. They want their house to be safe. And you can't even count on that half the time. Wait to hear the story in Jury Duty. This is one of those ones that just, man, it makes me go, we got to fix this. All right, let's do Jury Duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on Jury Duty with the News Junkie.
Jury Duty brought to you by the one, the only, Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. So the story that I was talking about where I said, we got to fix this. These stories always frustrate me because I imagine myself being in the position that the people are. There's a bunch of people who are squatting in a house in Winter Park, Florida.
We got to fix this.
And all of the residents in the neighborhood are trying to get these people out of there. But now it's been months and months and months and months and months. And
there's nothing they can do about it.
You have to like file eviction notice. You have to go through the whole process. And imagine that you went on a vacation. And when you went on vacation, you're having a great time. And you come back to your house and somebody is living in your house. Somebody's living inside your house and somebody's like changed the locks. And you go, what the hell are you doing here? Get out of here. And they go, no, we live here now. And you go, okay.
Would you get arrested for breaking and entering if it's your property?
I don't know. I don't believe so, but honestly, I don't know because the laws are so backwards on this. To me, you should be able to just kick the door in and go, get the hell out of my house. Get out of here now. Here's the paperwork that says I'm the owner of this place and you have no rights to be staying here. And that person leaves and you go back in your house and you're good to go. Or that person's arrested for breaking into your house, for God's sake.
So, I mean, is the reason why this hasn't been fixed because we got to fix this? Is the reason why this hasn't been fixed because the current laws protect renters from certain misgivings that perhaps a bad landlord or landowner would do?
Yes, and that's why this will be tough to detangle, but we still have to do that. You don't want a situation, right? I can't emphasize this enough. You don't want a situation where some landlord could just go to your house and go, see you later, it's my place, get out of here right now.
And then like a mother and her kids are out on the street.
Right. And so what they do is these squatters have fake leases and they go, this is my lease. I live here. I paid money. I signed the lease.
The power's under my name.
It's I'm set up in this place because sometimes they can get things like the bills changed over into another name. And then they just stay there and stay there and stay there. And while they're there, they're oftentimes just destroying the place, just gutting it from the inside, taking out the copper in the walls. And it is so, so frustrating that this kind of stuff happens. They said there was a house that was unoccupied for about 6 months, which is a disaster. And they said all of a sudden there's a car in the driveway. There's trash bags all over the place. They covered up the windows. When they called the property management company to ask who the new neighbors were, they said, we don't know what the hell you're talking about. Police were called and raided the home. They said one person was in the pool at the time. But once they go into the house, the cops get the fake lease from the people and they have to leave. And I was like, oh, my God, I can't imagine how absolutely frustrated I would be.
Oh, same here. But then you think about renters and landlords who, on the other end of the spectrum, landlords will call the cops because they are evicting. So you have to give the squatters a notice, and in 30 days, they could be kicked out?
No, you have to give the squatters a notice, and then when the squatters aren't going to be removed from your house, they have to set a court appearance, and then sometimes they can delay the court appearance to as long as like years that this can go down. Nightmare. And I know somebody who had a person who was living in their house and renting it out, and this person was like, okay, time for you to leave. Your lease is up. You got to get out of here. And they said, no, I'm not leaving. And it took them about a year. And by the time they got back in the house, it was completely and totally destroyed. And the person just went on to the next place that he was going to do this to. And that is wrong. That seems really, really, really terrible. And too many people have to struggle with this. Meanwhile, it's something totally different for us to kind of take in here. There has been a baby born in India, and this baby has been called the second coming of a Hindu goddess. Why? The baby, you could take a peek at this, has 26 fingers and toes.
Oh,
they suggest. There's a lot of fingers and toes going on this little baby.
Where are the extras located?
7 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot. The foot is crazy. You think they'll be able to walk with feet like that? Will they still be able to get around
with that?
6 toes.
I'm sure they could learn.
Take a look at it. It's over on the See It Now section of the News Junkie app.
They need to learn the piano when they get old enough.
That could be impressive, man, if they really got that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, there is an update on Fetterman, the dude who didn't want to wear the suit in
got his own
Congress.
dress code now.
This guy's, they're working things around him. He's really got it made, but
going to get stuff done for America.
There's a bit of an update on it, and we'll tell you what's going on, because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Orlando City versus Inter Miami this Sunday. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1 and the free iHeartRadio app.
Travel with caution and expect delays. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Boggy Creek Road northbound at Lake Nona Boulevard. 2 right lanes are blocked due to an accident on Lee Road westbound at Orange Blossom Trail. You can expect delays due to an accident on Innovation Way at Pope Street. Traveling through the city this afternoon, there's slowdowns eastbound and westbound between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Warehouse of Kissimmee. It's the grand opening of Mattress Warehouse, now open to the public, with savings up to 70% on brand name mattresses and free delivery. Visit them on Flora Boulevard in Kissimmee. MattressWarehouse.com.
One of my favorite things about that mortgage guy Don from thatmortgageguyDon.com is the fact that he's part of the Real Radio family. You can hear him every Saturday morning right here on Real Radio 104.1. Answer your questions live on the air on the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're busy on Saturday mornings, don't you worry. You can listen to all the informative episodes right there on the website, thatmortgageguyDon.com, or, of course, wherever you download podcasts, just search the Home Loans Radio Show with That Mortgage Guy Don. Now, Don is a mortgage broker. He's not a corner bank or a retail lender, and that means he has direct access to wholesale lenders that consumers do not. Chances are very good that you're leaving money on the table, so let That Mortgage Guy Don get the money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Start the process today with an expert and a friend that you can trust. Plain and simple. No spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
This hour of Real Radio 104.1, sponsored by FloridaJobsNow.com, coming October 11th.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The check is good, the experience is smooth, and the reviews online are wonderful at GiveMeTheVin.com. They don't call us America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hi, everyone. Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Man, in just one visit, Life Imaging FLA has shown its worth to me. And at 55 years old, I just cannot shrug off lingering aches or unexplainable pain anymore. With known kidney and prostate issues on both sides of my immediate family, I don't ignore those now. The instant I had the opportunity to visit Life Imaging FLA for their free heart scan, I didn't pause for a second. And what do we find? Cyst on my kidneys and a mildly enlarged prostate. I took that scan info directly to my primary care doctor, and we started building my plan immediately. You feel empowered and even better, more in tune with your body so you can get the most out of life. No dyes, you don't take off your clothes, and it only takes minutes. Don't wait. Do what I did. Call Life Imaging FLA right now for your free heart scan with just a few minimum requirements. That's a $699 value. And while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well. Just pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. That's pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. Guys, make that call and make this the day you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Listen, could Gregory change your life?
I went from size 44 pants back to the size 38 pants that I had worn when I was in college. Now the 38-inch pants fall off of me. I lost the weight. I felt better. I've lost 63 pounds and 6 inches of pant size. God bless you for having this product and having it at a reasonable price.
Outstanding. Gregory is 70 and lost belly fat and 6 inches off his waist in 5 months. Since 2004, Andro 400 has been helping men like you lose belly fat, gain energy, and improve their lifestyle. We guarantee it. Go to andro400.com for more true testimonials, before and after photos, and special discounts. Only available on andro400.com. andro400.com.
If there's anything better than getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's, it's getting a few of your favorite things from McDonald's for less in the McDonald's app. Delicious. Order in the McDonald's app today. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Use mobile order and pay on the McD app and get 25% off any purchase of $5 or more, like a steak, egg, and cheese bagel meal. At participating McDonald's, valid once a day through 12/31/23, excludes tax, must opt into rewards.
I've perfected my buy one, get one game putting in reps at the outlet mall. Now I'm ready for McDonald's buy one, get one for $2 deal. I can pick up Big Mac with 2 all-beef patties and Big Mac sauce, or 100% fresh beef quarter pounder with cheese, or a juicy 10-piece chicken McNuggets made with all white meat chicken, or a fillet of fish with crispy fish and melty American cheese. When I buy one, I get one for just $2. I'm finally ready to go BOGO Pro. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
No payments until 2024 with approved credit. Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
This has been very, very weird to watch. And I don't know if this is on either of your radars, but have you seen the whole thing, the conspiracy about the John Fetterman guy, where they think like they replaced him at some point in time?
Oh, he's a new clone?
They cloned him, and it went so far that he's got merch now that says like body double or something on it, and he's making the most out of this thing. But there are people at different degrees of seriousness who are like John Fetterman, who, if you don't know, he's this politician who's very strange, who beat out Dr. Oz in that race and ended up winning office. And he's had like a lot of strange things that have happened around him since he's been in office, like moments where he was speaking and not making any sense and stuff. And I think he has to have like some help because his hearing is gone from a stroke or some other medical emergency that he had. But these people, like legitimately, some of them, I think, believe that somebody, Men in Black style, took the regular original John Fetterman and replaced him with a different one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're like, look, now this guy's got a different face. He looks totally different.
Have you seen a side-by-side?
When I look at the side-by-sides, like, okay, that's a different picture of him because he has a mustache in one. He doesn't have a mustache in the other one.
Must be a clone and not just natural male facial hair.
I look at it and I go, his ears are exactly the same in all of these. And not for nothing, but if they were going to replace John Fetterman with somebody else, wouldn't they do like a new and improved version? Like, wouldn't they put somebody out there?
They want to throw you off, man. If John Fetterman showed up in a suit and tie and was like, actually, I think the trajectory our country's moving at, you'd be like, what? Whoa, fake.
If they replaced him, wouldn't they upgrade? Wouldn't they make it so there was less problems that were going on with him? I would think so. But there's a huge conspiracy where people believe that.
You ever see, I don't know if this actually was a very popular movie, but I think people who were a little bit into politics sort of liked it. Did you ever see the movie Dave with Kevin Kline, where he's a presidential impersonator that they hire to impersonate the actual president because the president's off having an affair?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And so like he's he's doing this thing, and then he ends up acting as president for a while because the president having an affair has like a stroke or something. He's in the hospital, and so he's doing a really great job being president, weirdly enough. And then there's one person on the news that's like, look at side by side with President so and so. I think it's a different guy, and you're like that's something people really do. And weirdly enough, in the fictional case of the movie, it was true, but usually it's not.
Yeah, that's why that Netflix movie, I think it was called Don't Look Up, the one with Leonardo DiCaprio, that's why that rang so true for a lot of people.
Because you looked at the way that the fictional American public attacked all these situations, you go, you know what? Sadly, I don't think you're far off.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see people being like, if there was an asteroid, if it was going to hit Earth, if the end of the world was actually coming in some short amount of time, there would be all these people who are like, nope, don't believe, just all these weirdos who just like for whatever reason aren't going to go with it. But back to Fetterman, there's lots of articles about this week, and I find a lot of them to be very weird because when you look at the officials that represent us or supposedly represent us in Washington, D.C., those rich men north of Richmond, if you will, if you look at these people who are elected officials in the U.S., the only reason why you would be upset about this change that was just done for John Fetterman, because for some reason he can't put on a suit, is because you're just obsessing over the tradition of it all. Like, it shouldn't matter to you in the slightest how people dress when they are doing the stuff that they do as lawmakers. It should only it should only matter to you the outcomes of these arrangements, right? Like, I would vote for a literal clown who wore clown makeup every day, had big giant shoes and a horn that he honked, and did all kinds of clown stuff all the time, if I thought the clown was voting the correct way on everything. If I was like, the policies of the clown are fantastic and better than everybody else's policies, why do I care? Why do I care if somebody's in like a different outfit or something? Put them all in G-strings. I don't care.
No, that's where we split ways.
I don't care if Ted Cruz wears
seriously,
shorts.
Dude.
I would not care at all what these people were wearing as long as they were doing a great job, which they aren't. I would like politicians who really did things that most Americans care about. And if those politicians were in bathing suits whilst doing it, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter at all. I think that this whole thing is like just us clutching on to tradition. And Americans are very big on tradition. Like, we just do things because we've done things.
Oh, yeah.
We do things that are stupid because we've done things for a long time.
Hell, for a while we did things that were unhealthy because they were tradition. Like I think the Senate was like one of the last places you could smoke cigars inside because they were like, yeah, after we get done doing our Senate thing, we like to retire to our offices and have a brandy and a cigar. That we should be allowed to.
I mean, just to think, like, we, in the beginning of our show, were working on the board that everyone could smoke in front of. Prior to that, it was tapes. And it was for the longest time until one person was like, let's go digital and stop giving ourselves cancer. And it blew everyone's mind.
Yeah, there's so much of that stuff that people just do because they've always done it. We do it because we've always done it. And it's important because we've always done it that way. I get tradition. I understand these things, and I understand the importance of it sometimes. But you shouldn't care what your politician is wearing. It doesn't make them any less of a crook if they're in a suit or if they're wearing a hoodie. It is weird, and I must acknowledge that it's weird, that they can't seem to get John Fetterman to just put on a suit like everybody else. I don't know if he can't tie a tie. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what's going on with him. And they have to redo the rules for him. And he's got some problem in his own party now because I guess Dick Durbin, who's the number 2 Senate Democratic leader, is breaking with Chuck Schumer on loosening the Senate dress code. He said, the senator in question from Pennsylvania is a personal friend, but I think we need to have standards when it comes to what we're wearing on the floor of the Senate. So fighting back on the whole Fetterman wearing an outfit that is not a suit thing. And we'll see if that gets more traction or not. All right, let's go over to you. Let's see your dispatches. Let's see what's happening where we are, where you are, in fact. And here's McFly chiming in about Mexico City with some things I should do. Ooh, this is good. I like this.
Hey, Junkies. So I'm a little behind today listening on YouTube a couple hours back, but Sean, whenever you go to Mexico City, something you absolutely have to do is on Sundays, Mexico City shuts down their main street, their main thoroughfare, and they open it up to pedestrians, bikers, skateboarders, rollerbladers, you name it. If you have some sort of pedestrian type mode of transport, you can do it on that street.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's like a 6-mile strip on Sunday mornings. They have thousands of people coming out to do it. Each intersection, because they still have to have crossing traffic come through, they have some sort of interactive thing for you, whether it's an advertisement or somebody's giving a speech about like a statue that's nearby or street performers and things like that.
That's fun.
I did it a couple of years ago when I was there for a film festival, and it was literally one of the best experiences of my life. So.
People sleep on Mexico City. Mexico City is, number one, a massive city. It's a very, very, very big city and a huge cultural hub. And it's got a ton of like history that you can explore, like from ancient cultures in the area. I just am a little peeved that it's $1,400 for one flight over there and back. And that is the part I got to figure out.
There has to be another airline, dude.
I only see 2.
Insane. Is it first class?
No, it's just a regular. It's actually the Aero Mexico or whatever it is. There's an airline that's a value airline. That was the one that I was looking at because it was one of the only ones that has a nonstop
Where's
flight.
Where's the value?
And the value airline is $1,400.
Are you sure you didn't look it up in pesos?
No, I'm positive it was dollars. It was dollars, and I Googled, like, why is it so expensive? And they said the peso is on the rise, and that's kind of messing some stuff up. But it still doesn't make sense to me that the airfare would be that pricey. Like, how in the world can I fly business class probably to London
in December
for cheaper than that? It depends on what type of time of year, but like you could get tickets to London for cheaper than Mexico City. It's a shorter flight by 3 times over. And it's, I don't know, something weird's going on there that I don't understand, but I'm excited to go. Here's Jazzy Josh talking about squatters.
I don't understand this squatter thing and how it happens. I feel like it's almost a myth that happens. All you do is go over there with an AR-15, put it in their face, put it in their mouth if you have to, and say, get the hell out of my house. Beat their ass, whatever. I mean, you're a sucker if you let someone take over your home like that. Yeah. Ridiculous. Also, see Lane, in regards to yesterday, you're not chopped liver, man. I've had like 6 or 7 run-ins with you. Dude, we should be best friends, man. I mean, it's a shame we're not. I'll be at Frogger's and Alafaya eating wings later.
You sound like a fun dude to hang out with.
He said
for sure, man. Meet up with you at Frogger's.
You talked over his joke. He said, we used to be best friends, and now we never hang out anymore.
Is that your best friend?
No, but we used to be.
I don't know what the rift was about, but I guess so. Here's California with a dispatch. They curse in their description. Hopefully they don't curse in the actual dispatch. Let's see. Here we go.
Hey, news junkies. Hey. This is my first dispatch. I'm listening to you from San Francisco because my coworker, Ashley, shout out to Ashley, turned me on to you guys a couple years ago, and we listen pretty much all day, every weekday.
Nice.
So thank you so much for that. And also, thank you for bringing up the problem in San Francisco. It's no joke. I walk over feces and people passed out on the street every day, and I'm pretty sure that I'm the only person that actually pays for anything at Walgreens, or I'd also say Nordstrom's, but they shut down the flagship store and the entire mall. So we got problems, but also thank you, Sean, for saying that all the nice things about the city, too. And Sabrina, I love you and would totally go buy for you.
Oh, you're just tossing that in there. Have you ever seen...
Thanks, gal.
I'm sure you have. Have you ever seen that street
Girls
in
go
San
buy
Francisco?
for me? Absolutely.
The street in San Francisco that's like this... I think it's the steepest street in the United States of America. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, I think it's been on a bunch of movies, right?
Yeah.
I feel like there's been a couple Born Supreme Identity things that have, they shoot them up down that street.
Yeah, if you look it up, I guess
Guys.
Bradford Street, as they say, Bradford Street, and there's like a couple other ones, Filbert Street. It's really cool to drive around there. Although I would never want to be behind the wheel. I would much rather have somebody else drive me through San Francisco,
and certainly not on a stick shift. I mean,
yeah, my God! And imagine parallel
I'd
parking.
just be in neutral the whole time.
When the road that you're on is like a huge incline and you got to like parallel park and get yourself in between 2 vehicles, and then you're leaving them on the side of the road. It's a wild time to try to get through that. Let's do one more. Dragonfly, ma'am.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
Regarding subtitles, so when I was pregnant with my oldest, I had read something that said if you have the subtitles on while they're watching TV, it helps their brain develop more as far as being able to read earlier.
Oh, okay.
So 17 years
that
later, and all 3 of my daughters are in advanced classes and excel amazingly in reading and comprehension. So I feel like that has a tie to it that I forget who said it, but someone had said that when you read a book and listen to the audio at the same time, you get more from it. So it's like using 2 different parts of your brain, and it helps your brain to comprehend it better. So
what if
in
I'm
developing
texting?
mind, it seems to, whether it's that or whatever else I did. So
You take a note, C-Lane? You're going to do this with your baby?
It's a little late for me to turn the damn subtitles on.
Well,
Kid's
not for
gonna be
your
a
baby.
Dumb.
No, it's not.
Huge dumb.
I think she meant like while she was pregnant, she was supposed to be doing that.
No, she's saying her kids, when they were younger, she would put the television on for them, but would also put closed captioning on. And now they have really, really good reading comprehension skills as a result of that. And I
Or
totally
get them in
it.
football, and college will pay for itself, dude.
But I totally understand it. Like, that makes sense. Reading and like hearing at the same time hits you on two fronts. So you're absorbing more and you're more engaged mentally with what the content is. I get that. I mean, it sounds kind of smart, actually, but C-Lane is maybe not going to do that for his child. We'll see. Maybe. Last one. Let's do Bloodmouth with a dispatch. Hello?
Hey, what's up, guys? You're talking about subtitles again.
Wow, hot topic.
Mm-hmm.
You do the subtitles because you have a baby, and you don't want to wake the damn baby up and everybody else in the house.
Tons of people said this.
Now, I got the wireless earbuds. So that's pretty nice.
True.
I've actually been told the opposite. I've been told to do the normal amount of noise that you would have in the house, no matter what.
Yep.
And let the baby get used to it.
Yep. That is absolutely something that I've heard too, because they said if you create sort of this cocoon of comfort and silence around your baby, then your baby will be used to that cocoon moving forward. And I hate to compare babies to dogs, but it's not too dissimilar from if you have a little dog and it's not exposed to noises or guests or other dogs, then that dog is going to be more like hesitant to meet new people or be around like.
C-Lane's voice projects, so I feel like that baby has absolutely come to know his father's voice more than I think typical fathers.
Yeah. So you got a head start going here, but I totally have heard that many times before.
That's right. They're just going to lay the baby down in the snoo and let the snoo parent it, and then I lost my train of thought because she's saying, I don't know why the hell she's saying Satellite, but
because you love Dave Matthews Band.
You broke him. The song Satellite from Dave Matthews Band has
nothing to do. You put it down in the snoo, and then we just watch Suits at full volume.
Oh.
There you go. That'll do it. Okay, quick break. And we'll be back in just a moment. You can join us on the show. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. That was the whole process. He was like,
me and Sean were edging closer to the microphone just to see where you were.
He said, I forgot what I was doing. Okay.
Because I was confused. Because it had nothing to do with anything we were talking about.
You love Dave Matthews, man.
But we weren't talking about that.
I don't understand. 10 years I've been doing this, and you guys get so caught off guard by some things that I say, and then some of it
nothing to do with what we were talking
you'll
about.
just keep going. Yes, we're talking about your son knowing your voice. And then the character of C-Lane on the News Junkies, that he loves Dave Matthews. So the baby is now coming to know your voice and Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, gosh. Is there a shortcut? Because you took the long way there.
I mean, you broke live on the air.
Yeah, because I had no idea what was going on.
He was trying to finish his point, but then he was so obsessed with figuring out why you did that. It distracted him, and he shut down completely. All right, quick break.
In silence.
Back with, we got so much more to get to, including your dispatches. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
So we no longer have our blue check mark.
Actually, it was a white check mark surrounded by blue.
Don't be that guy.
Okay.
We're still at Real Radio 1041 on Twitter, powered by Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Heading westbound on I-4, expect delays between Sand Lake Road and State Road 535. There's delays eastbound and westbound on I-4 through the city between Princeton Street and Robinson Street. Authorities are clearing up an accident on Boggy Creek Road northbound at Lake Nona Boulevard. 2 right lanes are blocked due to an accident on Lee Road at Orange Blossom Trail. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Kentucky Fried Chicken. Presented by Kentucky Fried Chicken, $6 two-piece drum and thigh combo. For just $6, you get 2 pieces of juicy chicken, creamy mashed potatoes, a warm flaky biscuit, and a medium ice-cold drink. Prices and participation may vary. Taxes, tips, and fees extra. It's finger-licking good.
Family owned and operated since 1969, Nations Trucks has earned their reputation as Central Florida's most trusted used truck dealer. So take your pick from the largest selection of the highest quality, lowest price pre-owned trucks in in all of the state of Florida. Ford, Chevy, Ram, GMC, Nations Trucks has got them all and more. Lifted trucks, work trucks, diesels, 4x4s, and you're not making any payments until 2024 with approved credit. So what are you waiting for? Time to go to nationstrucks.com and start checking out their amazing inventory of badass trucks, or just head down and see them in person. Go to Sanford, 1792, 1 mile south of Lake Murray Boulevard, and let them know C-Lane from the News Junkies sent you.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Coming to Hulu tomorrow and Saturday.
Don't miss our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
The biggest superstars from all genres of music on one stage.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
Stream it live only on Hulu.
You will not want to miss.
Tomorrow and Saturday, starting at 10 p.m.
Capital One is a proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Festival for the 7th year in a row, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Did you know that the Hartford sells small business insurance? Now you do. For over 30 years, they have been helping to protect small businesses just like yours. To learn more, find an independent agent, or get a quote, visit thehartford.com/smallbusiness. That's thehartford.com/smallbusiness. The Hartford is the Hartford Financial Services Group, Inc., and its property and casualty subsidiaries, including issuing company Hartford Fire Insurance Company. Its headquarters is in Hartford, Connecticut.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Listen up. This is so easy. Do you want the most money for your used car? Do you want a hassle-free process? Of course you do. Give Me the VIN is A+ rated by the BBB. That's Better Business Bureau, baby, and thousands of online reviews. Give Me the VIN will beat your written CarMax offer or write you a check for $100. It's that simple. Get the most money for your used car right now at GiveMeTheVIN.com. America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Look, some choices in life are complicated. Others, thankfully, are much simpler. Like choosing True as One checking. There are no overdraft fees, lots of practical perks, and when your life evolves and account balances grow, we'll upgrade your perks automatically. Truest One checking. One simple choice. Truist Bank. Member FDIC.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Today's Central Florida job market is more competitive than ever, but don't be discouraged. Attend the Florida Jobs Now Job Fair Wednesday, October 11th, noon to 4 p.m. at the Orlando Science Center, and connect with over 70 recruiters right here in Central Florida, some even offering on-the-spot interviews. Your next career is right in front of you. Join us at the Florida Jobs Now Job Fair Wednesday, October 11th, noon to 4 p.m. at the Orlando Science Center, located at 777 East Princeton Street in Orlando. Get more info at floridajobsnow.com.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist. Ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Attention homeowners, costly repairs ruining your budget? Get the award-winning Choice Home Warranty and see how much you can save. Get a free quote right now. Just dial pound 250 and say Home Warranty. Limitations apply. Visit choicehomewarranty.com for details. Call now, pound 250, keyword Home Warranty.
Stella Artois wants to know, who would you have dinner with? Join the Stella team at the Crooked Spoon in Claremont this Friday, September 22nd from 6 until 8 for an opportunity to let them know who you would have dinner with, past, present, or future, and why. Then start your dinner with a complimentary Stella Artois and chalice. Just snap the QR code for details on your chance to win dinner on Stella from one of 10 participating restaurants. Let's do dinner, and as always, start with a Stella.
Jeep Adventure Days is going on now. Hurry in for great deals on a great selection of Jeep brand vehicles. Well-qualified returning FCA lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x2 for $409 a month for 39 months with $2,999 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Chrysler Capital. Current lease must end by 9/30/24. Extra charge for miles over 32,500. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 10/2. Jeep is a registered trademark.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Nobody's really talking about this, I guess, for kind of obvious reasons, but I'll do it. There is some stuff out there that people are starting to discuss when it comes to Jimmy Carter, the former president. Mm-hmm. And I want to remind people that Jimmy Carter was entered into hospice in February of this year, right?
Mm-hmm. So you want to remind people that he's still alive?
Yeah, most people go to hospice. They said they thought he had days to live in February.
That's why you go to hospice.
Yeah, most people go to hospice and you last like 2 months or so, and that's that. It's almost October. Right. He's almost going to get to his birthday. It's been 7 months, and they thought he was going to die in a matter of days.
Now,
and he's still alive.
Pull up a picture, a recent Jimmy Carter picture of him holding the hammer for Habitat for Humanity.
Let me see.
Tell me why nobody would think that he would last days.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of these photos
I mean, come on, man.
There's a bunch of these where he's like, he's in his 90s, for God's sake. But they thought in February that
he has no idea where he is right now.
They thought he had days to live, and he just won't die. He's still alive. It's 7 months later, and the man is hanging on. And Jimmy Carter's family is kind of like, should we take him out of hospice, put him back home, or what do we do here? He's about to hit his 99th birthday in just a matter of days, actually, here.
What's the difference between hospice and assisted living?
Hospice means that they believe that you 100% are going to die.
Wouldn't the same be for like where my grandma was for 2 years, where everyone's on the verge of death?
No, hospice is like a special form of care where they're just trying to keep you comfortable because they think that you're out any day now, any minute.
Yeah, if you had cancer that you could not beat, and they knew that you were going to die in like 2 months or something, at some point they put you in a hospice situation so you can get care.
It's not common to have months and months of hospice. Like assisted living, that's just you're putting somewhere where there is the availability of care. If something goes wrong, but you're not expecting them to die.
But after 90, 98, wouldn't everything be hospice? Like, it would be any day now. Like, them living past 99 or 100 is also rare.
The guy is just fighting on. And 7 months later, I don't know if they do or not.
Or rip his entire arm off.
But the guy is still alive, and they said they really thought he was going to die in a matter of days when they put him in hospice care in February of this year.
Think about this, that one kid that was in Claim to Fame was related to Jimmy Carter.
Yeah, that's who the news comes from.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's for his grandson.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, my grandpa's Jimmy Carter, and sadly he just went into hospice care or something like that." And it was like, Nope, he's still going.
Yeah, he must have done something right in his life to still be alive at this point in time at almost 99. He'll be 99 in 10 days or something, 11 days.
He's been on my Deadpool for years.
Yeah, everybody thought this guy was done. This is the lowly peanut farmer, very, very unassuming guy. Jimmy Carter was probably, I will argue, the last, whether you like his politics or not, put that aside, the last normal person to be president. Because he wasn't like this big egomaniacal, weird political person like we have in all of our elected leaders today. He was just like a peanut farmer dude, and his brother owned like a beer company or something. They were real salt of the earth people. And him and his wife were both very, very old, and they were together for an incredibly. Did she, Rosalind Carter? I think she did. I mean, let me just check. Rosalind Carter. But yeah, I believe I remember seeing that too. That she had died. No, wait, she's still alive too.
How old is she?
Eleanor Rosalind Carter. She's 96 years old, and she is still alive. And,
let's put her in a political office.
My God, yeah, she's the same age as that damn judge that's still trying to fight on. So there you have it. Okay, we're going to go to your dispatches in just a moment at thenewsjunkie.com. That's where you can send those over. It's weird when you realize at some point in your life that you've been doing something wrong the entire time. Like your whole life you've been doing it wrong.
Yeah, there's like words that I've tried to use on the radio.
Yeah, that happens. You use something wrong and say it the wrong way or pronounce it the wrong way. And then you've gone your whole life and then somebody goes, hey, by the way, you're doing this wrong. I had that with a bunch of different things myself, like things that I would just say and my parents wouldn't correct me on. And then I'd say it in front of somebody else. I go, what, are you dumb? It's not how you do this. But this is from a woman who calls herself a hygiene expert. So we're supposed to be trusting Mary further. And she says one of her biggest pet peeves is people are not cleaning themselves correctly. And she says, if you are washing your underarms like this, and she basically takes like a bar of soap, and she's like, for a second or two, you're like washing your armpit. She goes, if you're doing that, you're doing it wrong, and you're not taking care of yourself as you should.
All right, genius. Tell me how I'm supposed to wash my armpits.
I bet it's a circular motion.
She says you're supposed to take whatever soap you have and do it for 30 seconds straight under both armpits. So each armpit, 30 seconds.
Like brushing your teeth?
Hand washing thing all over again.
But why? Because of what reason?
Because she said that's the amount of cleaning that you need to do to get rid of all the deodorant or any other stuff that you have
goes
up
for
in your
BH?
armpit.
Is it?
I guess so.
I don't put deodorant there, but is it different for men versus women? Because most women shave their armpits while men often have them hairy. Is it a different amount of time?
They said you should use stuff that is natural, and men and women should use like the same kind of stuff, like soaps that contain apple cider vinegar, sea salt, charcoal, those kind of things. And hey, by the way, her company just so happens to sell those. This is unrelated, but she happens to sell those too.
I'm sorry, I get my own apple cider vinegar. Thank you.
30 seconds straight?
No.
I'd get bored doing it. I'm literally like, a couple of seconds and I'm in and out. But she says we're doing it all wrong.
That means a minute of armpit washing, which is going to take a giant chunk of my shower time, which is very, very quick.
Yeah, it's coveted too, right? You enjoy your shower time. You don't want to be messing around with things and changing things up. I know.
No, I just put on a shower jam, one that's quick, and then I try to be done by the time the shower jam is over.
One song? That's all you give yourself?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you'll be in trouble then because you're not going to be able to get as clean
and
as
usually
this lady wants to.
something up tempo. Like this morning, it was "How Far We've Come" by Matchbox 20.
I love that song.
Oh, really? Okay. I can't get it done that fast.
I can't shower to a ballad.
I don't know how long you are, Sabrina, but I'm like 15 minutes. I'm in there for at least.
It depends if I'm washing my hair or not, but definitely above 5 minutes, more to 10, 15.
5 minutes seems like a run. You're just like speed running the whole thing.
Your pits are insane.
Yeah, and if I'm going by this woman's suggestion, that's a whole fifth of my shower.
You can't take that. That's not fair. I want to hear from you. What do you think? Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, we'll see if Jimmy Carter is still alive.
Yeah.
We'll do the final dispatches.
My armpits.
We'll do the stories that didn't make the cut. And we'll do Today I Learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
So until they ban it, you can still find us here at Real Radio 104.1 on TikTok, powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro with a look at your Central Florida forecast. Afternoon highs today reaching the upper 80s with partly cloudy skies. Chance for showers and thunderstorms will be moving in mainly after 2-3 o'clock. You can expect heavy rain, frequent lightning, as well as gusty winds. Wake-up temperatures for your Friday will be in the low 70s, and then forecast highs reaching the mid-80s. I'm Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Have a great rest of your day.
This report is sponsored by Bet Online.
Football is back, and BetOnline.net is your #1 information source for all your sports wagering info with all the up-to-the-minute stats, news, scores, and matchup breakdowns. Get the latest game odds, spreads, and totals from pro football and college football at your fingertips with BetOnline real-time updates. BetOnline, where the game starts.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next? Inventors, InventHelp can help you get started with your idea. Call 1-800-INVENTION or go to inventhelp.com to get your free inventor's information. They can help you try to patent your idea and submit it to companies. Get started with your idea today at inventhelp.com. InventHelp is a leading invention service company. With offices nationwide, they have been helping inventors since 1984. Inventors received more than 10,000 patents through their patent referral services. Don't wait to get started. If you have an idea for an invention or new product and don't know what to do next, contact your friends at InventHelp. For your free information, go to inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION. That's inventhelp.com or call 1-800-INVENTION.
At International Diamond Center, you can take your time and design and meticulously create the most unique, most exquisite ring imaginable. But if that's not your thing, we understand. And that's why we created the IDC Signature Collection. Ready-to-wear rings at every price point.
It's a complete ring that's already done. We pick out the small diamonds, and we pick out the center diamond, and it's assembled, and it gets our stamp of approval.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire.
People like this because of the value that they're receiving, because they're getting a complete ring without having to piece it together themselves.
Even if your budget is $1,000, IDC has a ring you can take with you today with a quality, stylish setting and a GIA-certified diamond.
We did all the hard work for you. Listen, we're the experts. And our job is to pick the right diamond for the right setting at the right price point. And I think we do a pretty good job of it.
Discover the no-stress IDC Signature Collection. Buy it today. Propose with it tonight. International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations. Online at shopidc.com.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Country Wayne on September 22nd and 23rd. Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions: line cook, cocktail servers and waitstaff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call us at 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
When you
you shop here, you win here. Score the Wing Drive at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Buy now and make no payments for 6 months. Get 0% APR financing on the best team of Nissans anywhere. Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com. Home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. Solarsource.com.
Some days you just wake up twice as hungry. So stopping by Racetrack for 2 fluffy egg and cheese stacked, sizzling meat packed, hot and freshly wrapped, mouth-watering breakfast sandwiches for only $5? Yeah, that tracks. Get your hands on 2 tasty breakfast sandwiches for $5. Available at Racetrack. While supplies last, see store for details. Make tracks to Racetrack for whatever gets you going.
Discover credit cards do something pretty awesome. At the end of your first year, they automatically double all the cash back you've earned. That's right, everything you earned doubled. The cash back from trips, restaurants, all doubled. Seriously, though, see terms and check it out for yourself at discover.com/match.
Dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. Who knows how the outro is going to go today? Wasn't a home run yesterday. Just wasn't.
It was a work in progress.
That was a foul ball for sure. But I'm excited too.
I'm going to try as many as I can, and then when we get the right one, we'll just stick with it.
Now, have you written these down? Are you just going to see what comes up out of your mouth?
I'm just kind of winging it. You know?
Right, okay.
And then,
that worked the first 2 times.
The problem is, then I go, what's like a sayonara kind of thing? And I go, like, oh, I can't say
sayonara.
Sayonara.
I almost said that's all, folks, yesterday. Okay. I was like, wait, that's a thing. We can't do that. That doesn't make any sense. So
we'll see you on the flip side.
And then I have if I said we'll see you on the flip side, my brain keeps wanting to push it further and say another line and another line. It's like, oh no.
And dance like no one's watching.
So we'll see. Here we go. Let's get into the, we can do one final dispatch, I think. Why not, right? We can get this going. Here is Chaos is chiming in about shower time.
Hey, news junkies.
Hey.
C-Lane, a song? Really? That's your shower? A song?
One song,
buddy,
you said?
I do a minimum 20 minutes. I don't have hairy armpits, so, there's that. So, I don't really have to waste all that time. But, dude, one song?
He's getting it done in one song.
Yeah.
If he makes it work in one song, why not?
That includes washing my hair twice, by the way.
Twice?
Yeah, you lather and rinse and then repeat.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
But not with the armpit hair. Do you shampoo that?
No.
Strangely enough, no. Here's Legit Meat with the first ever dispatch.
I don't know.
Hello?
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
Legit Meat here. I've been in the healthcare field for quite some time, and my mom was a hospice nurse for 40 years. Generally, you're put on hospice when you have a terminal condition or have about 6 months to live, according to the physicians.
I've never heard 6 months.
A lot of people think it's a death sentence, but it's really not. You can graduate from hospice.
What, you can?
You can recover from your illness. It happens all the time.
Diploma
but
for that?
yes, the main goal is to keep the patient comfortable. And to answer Sabrina's question, it sounds like your family member was in an assisted living facility, which is not hospice.
All right. Thank you, Legit Meat. Appreciate you. Appreciate
You don't
the
know
dispatch.
my grandma.
Let's go over to the stories that didn't make the cut. Brought to you by Nations Trucks. Go get the truck of your dreams. It's on the lot right now, and you can peruse that lot from the comfort of your own home or maybe even at work on the clock. Go over to nationstrucks.com and get the truck of your dreams right now. Yet another story saying that the number one dream job for Gen Z individuals is an influencer. That remains the top answer on these younger folks. Unfortunately for them, a lot of people don't get to do that job. What else do we got? A tourist called the police after being charged $1,000 for a crab in a restaurant in Singapore. Felt like they got ripped off, so they called up the police. And you know what? We're just going to have to leave it right there for today. That's enough. We've done enough damage.
Get your outro ready.
Oh, here goes nothing. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, September 21st, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I Learned this cartoon.
Oh, damn it.
Inspector
Gadget.
That's right. The composer of Inspector Gadget's theme song is now a billionaire. And his name is Haim Saban or Sabin? I don't know how to say
that guy. Yeah, that guy made all the Power Rangers money.
Yep, he had made a ton of cash off of the Power Rangers franchise. One of the earlier things he did in the industry was doing theme songs for shows, including that one for Inspector Gadget. Today, I learned the Three Stooges for 23 years were working for Columbia Pictures, but Columbia Pictures kept telling them that their show wasn't really doing really well in the ratings and lying to them.
Bunk.
And hey, we can only pay you this much money because you guys are just failing miserably. That continued on somehow for 23 years. It's a long con right there. Today, I learned most indoor swimming pools in the United States of America. In the first half of the 20th century, they required males to swim naked in them. So up until like the 1950s, dudes were just hanging dong and swinging naked.
Why
It's
is
a
that
cold pool.
requirement?
I don't know. That's just how we did things back then. For the first decades of the 20th century, male nude swimming was associated with the old swimming hole vibe.
Oh.
And that's how
Yay.
everybody would do things. And today I learned this band right here.
Oh, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's right. Earth, Wind, and Fire on September 21st, twice. Earth, Wind, and Fire made a song called December, which is the same as this one, except all the lyrics are replaced with Christmas lyrics. Just forcing this into the Today I Learned world today. That's all I got for you. All right. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for listening. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. Miss part of the show? Go get the podcast. The link's up at thenewsjunkie.com. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye. Damn it,
See ya.
man.
Oh, this is terrible.